okay.
There you go.
I don't think I realized that was the link. I'm sorry. Thank you. I mean, I knew you would. I just didn't know where you'd be. No, thank you. I'm gonna treat myself to that as soon as I finish this workload this week. I'm gonna.
Hello.
Okay. Hi, Chris.
YouTube and
Hey,
Rumble Land.
hello.
We're all here. You've just caught us sorting out a few things, trying to make head and a tail of X's revamp of their message box between us. We're no wiser, but we're hardly the wisest at the best of times. Are we? Good to see you all. Happy to have Sarah and Ian back with us. This is sort of a Christmas treat.
Yeah.
A Christmas jumper festooned there with Christmas iconography. And in fact, so we all are. Even Chris has got his sort of shouty Santa face on.
I haven't got anything Christmassy. I've got nothing Christmassy.
Just your demeanour. Christmas all year round with Ian David.
Exactly.
Yes, so here we are. This is what we call a cold open. Literally a cold open. It's got a bit frosty above and below. Check it out, Chris. We've gone wintry.
Oh, yeah. Frosty. Yeah, it's going to be minus 30 tonight. I'm in another cold snap from hell.
That's terrible.
Minus 30.
And, I can't even imagine that.
And just before I came on today, my coffee maker died.
Oh,
no.
You Canadians and Americans are crazy of coffee, aren't they? You should start drinking tea more often.
I love it. I know. I've never drunk coffee. I'm a tea person.
I do my coffee, but this is what happens when you buy a coffee maker at Walmart for only $20. You get what you pay for.
I'm not a coffee person myself.
I spent Christmas with my brother in Toronto. This was like over 10 years ago when it used to snow at Christmas. And it was freezing, but I loved it.
Toronto is my own personal hell. Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, you were there 10 years ago, Ian. It's somewhat different now.
How is it?
Oh, no, the weather is just as bad, but the city is what's that word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, hell. Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't live in Toronto, no, he lives in Markham now. So
Markham is just basically Toronto's slightly northern little brother. Basically, it's at the north end of the GTA. It's I've spent time in Markham. It started up. It used to be a small town. Now its official name is the city of the town of Markham. It's basically China now.
It's got a lot of rich people that live there though in Markham.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I had a relative that lived there. It was very nice. Hi everybody.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Good to have you back.
See ya.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. I want a coffee maker.
Santa?
Yeah, get Santa to bring you one.
No, I'll just go get another $20 coffee maker at Walmart today. Hopefully I'll get more than 3 months out of this one.
They're quite big contraptions, aren't they? Those and you can you load you load the beans in, and then you have to top it up with water or plug it into the mains. How do these things work?
Well, no, you're describing something very fancy. The basic coffee maker, or Mr. Coffee to you Brits, is this thing. You pour the water into the back, then you pour the ground, and then you dump the ground coffee in the front, and then you press the button, and then the water goes through the coffee, and it gets hot, except mine, which no longer gets hot. And then you have coffee. And,
well, that's what they call iced coffee, Chris. Have you never had that?
No, this is Luke. Well, see, here's what happened. See, I made my coffee earlier today, and I had my cup earlier, and I'm like, because whenever I join this, whenever we go live, I go get myself a cup of coffee or another cup of coffee, usually my third of the day, and I go in there and I pick it up. I'm like, this is actually very cold. What the hell? So that I look, I'm like, oh, the burner died. It's got a burner at the bottom that keeps the coffee. Yeah, so the burner, my 3-month-old. Basically my theme for today is stuff that is broken in the past week. We'll get into more of that later.
Yeah, you've got to watch that. Definitely got to watch that. Oh, we've got a lot to cover. Lots of mirth to be had, I think, within the misery. and you can join in there as ever in the live chat. We've got some comments already. Let's see who's turned up to wish us all a Merry Christmas. Stephen O'Neill is here, or there, I should say, there being Wigan. Funky, he's getting into the Christmas spirit here. Watching a few episodes of the A-Team. Okay.
Very good.
And one thing I want to say, ask you if I could say, yeah. So as you know, our friend Ian recently directed a movie. I did get the pleasure of watching this movie, and we're not monetized. So holy shit, man, that actually blew me away. I like the web series, but this okay, for those of you that have
Thank you, Funky.
this is like 99. This is better than 99% of that trash that comes out on Netflix. Like this looks like a $30 million movie. I don't know how you did it, although you know more about this than I do. But God damn it, Ian! Like we need to give this man a round of applause because
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lead female character who is actually a character. I mean, you don't get that anymore.
No.
So that was refreshing to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and do you think were you impressed about how funny it was, Chris? Because I was expecting just like a solid action movie, which it was, but it was very comedic and very emotional in places as well.
A couple things struck me. So yes, the humor, the emotion, and also I am now terrified of our friend Keith.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a nasty piece of work.
Well, because I'm sure you guys have seen Keith because he's been on the show before. He's such a kind, sweet man when he comes on here. He is not a kind, sweet man in this movie. Like he looks like Satan incarnate. So congratulations.
I don't know, mate. I mean, I've been to lunch with Keith. You haven't seen him destroy an Eccles cake the way I did. He was merciless.
Destroy an Eccles cake?
Were people avoiding him at the screening because they were scared of him?
Keith was the happiest person there on the day. He was very happy. He was smiley. He was so happy to be there. He was and after the film he was even happier.
Yeah, so he was like a giddy little puppy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He's one of my favourite people in the world, Keith. I just love that guy. Yeah, I saw the video of you both there at the front of the theatre, and it was difficult. I mean, Keith is always smiling. I think no matter what's going on, if they announce the 3-minute warning, I'm sure that Keith would be beaming from ear to ear still. Yeah. But you were smiling as well. Yeah, and your leading lady was there too, I believe.
She was, yeah. She was.
Ella, isn't it?
Ella,
so you were there between you, and the sort of the warmth that was there was even just watching it remotely was more than apparent. It was a wonderful thing to see, and I'm thrilled for all.
It was, and what was interesting was I think it was just one row with the cast and some of the crew, but the rest was people that didn't know what they were going to watch. I think the majority of them watched the web series, so a lot of them knew how the story followed. There were a few that didn't, though, that didn't watch it, and they were a bit confused, but they'd still enjoyed it. And you could feel the room. I'm not even exaggerating because Sarah was there. She can.
You've got to watch what you feel. You've got to watch what you feel in any room nowadays.
The atmosphere. It was electric. It was
great. It was fantastic. It was a good night. What can I say?
Yeah.
You know.
And then when the credits rolled, everybody clapped, and they didn't stop clapping until it had fully stopped. You don't get that very often as well.
Yeah, it was nice. It's absolutely wonderful.
Sense of accomplishment, Ian. I know that obviously it's early days, so a lot of people haven't seen it yet, but you must feel pretty thrilled.
I am thrilled, and I'm probably going to release it for 1 week on YouTube. Then it's gone because there are still some people after it. I let 3 distributors go because they offered me crappy contracts, but there are places I can take it, and if I leave it on YouTube, it will make it less marketable. Yeah, that's the thing. So
yeah, of course.
Blu-ray release. Well, no, you could do a 4K release with this.
I'm planning to, because I was watching Dave Cullen's video recently, and he was saying that Star Trek's going to be taken off Netflix, and he was going on how important it is to own your own stuff, because there's no point in these things. So that's what I'm saying. So maybe, you know, I will actually get some Blu-rays out so people can own it, because you never know if YouTube will go down. You know, so maybe I'll do that. But the thing is, though, as I said, with this film, you have to watch it all the way through. If you watch it in bits, you know who liked it? The Drinker. He liked it. I actually had a conversation with him, and there were a few bits he didn't like about it, but overall he liked it. He thought it was he thought it was a really good piece. And you know what? I'm hoping that he will, you know, encourage people to watch it. Hopefully he'll do a piece on it. But my fingers are crossed. Yeah.
You ought to get you on that thing he does, the late bar or whatever.
I sent him an email. Saying, you know, if you want it. So, but I've yet to have a response from him. But he's a good chap. He was the first one to come back.
We had him on years ago, and I can't remember. I can't remember when it was or what we were talking about. But so I can't pretend that I can't pretend that I know him, but I've spoken to him, and he's genuinely interested in your craft. And well, as a writer himself, I suppose that what could be. Chris is a creative man, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, it's actually I've had him on. I've had I think all of you and Drinker on my channel a couple times.
Yeah.
I think I've done open bar twice. Yeah, I think the last time was maybe about 2 years ago. But yeah, no, he's awesome. It's I think I was his original co-host briefly back like 8 years ago. When he started, he did his first stream with me. We did, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 of them. This was back, I think, in 2019. Yeah.
I always remember when he did that Orphan 55 video, because you told him to watch it, and then you turned up in it, Chris, and he was like, "What are you doing in my video?"
No, he was in a group chat, and I think he actually wanted to kill me for that. I had to apologize profusely. I'm so sorry, dude. I made you watch that, and it gets worse.
There's lots of nods to everyone. There's nod to Type 40. There's a nod.
I'm in it.
Bostrek and the Drinker and Neurotic. There's loads of, if you look, and also the main character actually says a Drinker line in the film. So she actually, that was deliberate for her to say, you know, I can't remember what the line was. It's one of the Drinkers' line. Oh, a go away now. It was a go away now line.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of nods to loads and loads of people that I like on YouTube. I mean, God bless them, the actors didn't know who they were, but such is life.
Well, I got a question, because I know we've been following it. How long? It was what, about 2 years from when you started shooting to finishing?
Yeah,
I think it was in late 2022 when you started it.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Wow. So, and it's all done now. So it's.
How's your family like it, Ian?
Oh, my whole family was there. My mum was there. My sisters were sorting stuff out. They were really good.
His entire family shows up in the credits.
Yeah. But if you look at the credits carefully, there's loads of silly jokes in there. There's like Bond villains in there that helped us out. Max Zorin's in there. Plenty of tools in there.
There you go. That's awesome.
We've got more congratulations for you in the live chat, Ian. Our friend Garbage. And Vanessa, too, here says, I figure I should make an appearance. I've been derelict in my duty. I think, I don't know if she means here on the stream, or I think an appearance in your next production there for Vanessa. That could be quite good.
Well, you know, it could happen. If I can sell this one, it could happen. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But we're not here to talk about Rebecca Gold, are we? We're here to talk about
Christmas and all stuff. I mean, we've got people comparing their Christmas viewing so far in the live chat. It's not very Christmassy. But Colin has just started watching Elementary. So unless you've started with the Christmas episode, it's a bit weird. Graham J. Now I misread this. Graham J. says, "I'm working my way through Bionic Women." Now,
literally,
I get about a bit myself, but even I. Good luck with that, I suppose, is all I can say. It depends which parts of her have been augmented. So, Firefly and the greatest American hero. I love everything from the 80s, especially. You're going to love this show. You're going to love them all when we get stuck into everything we've got to talk about here from across the world, taking in lots of Christmassy treats from this Christmas, unexpected things that have just sort of dropped and arrived, and all the usual kind of chat. setting the scene there with the Blue Peter Advent Crown. Now, somebody in the live chat mentioned this, if not last week, the week before. So, Ian, what was the deal behind this? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. Basically, it's coat hangers, and so you stick them both together, and you put all the tinsel on it, you put all the balls on it. But the problem is it's dangerous because what they have is real candles on there, and they have to light the candles. Could you imagine how dangerous that is?
So there's three dudes with fire extinguishers sort of flanked on Noakes in the studio, you think, Ian, in case it sort of flares up his arm.
As I said, the thing is that it was very dangerous to tell kids to do this, you know, but obviously in those days it wasn't, they didn't consider it. But as I said, you got real candles on there, you light that, and if the tinsel gets caught in the fire, you're done for. Do you know what I mean?
I'd love to know if anybody did actually make this at home.
Oh, all the time? Or I had one. I'm sure most people had them, and because they did it every year. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen Blue Peter for a good 20 years or so, but they were certainly still doing this up into the noughties. It was a big thing, and I would imagine though that they did have to get rid of it when it came to the Health and Safety Act, because it was definitely a fire hazard. Of course, it being the BBC, they didn't even have disclaimers on the BBC. Then come to think of it, but what they would do now, they definitely put out some sort of PSA. I think, wouldn't they, Chris? There'd be some sort of film warning people about what could go wrong. Obviously, you can't expect miracles from the BBC, but where they haven't delivered, you once again, my friend, you have, haven't you, with a special Christmassy edition of this slot?
I think he's gone to get coffee.
I think he might have gone to Walmart to actually go get a new coffee maker.
We're such a well-oiled machine. This space. Okay, so yes, Chris has another fabulous PSA lined up for us this time. So the idea is these are public information films from all over the world, but mainly from Canada, where they do seem to go the extra mile each and every time to make either mini movies or to make sure that everybody gets a week's worth of nightmares at least going until the next one.
Inevitably, incredibly shocking and tasteless.
Hello.
But always very interesting. Oh, there you are. We were wondering where you were.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my coffee's in the microwave. Just give me 1 sec. Dan, 30 seconds. Just sing a song. I'm going to be right back.
Okay, well, we would sing a Christmas song. I've got into trouble for singing on this show before, and even though Charlotte isn't here, she's not on this show. I feel that it may get back to her, so I'm not going to sing anything.
I'm not sure what would be worse, cold coffee or microwaved coffee. I'm not really sure what.
Well, so people have been telling me in the live chat about like the difference between various coffee machines and things like that. So I think I sort of understand how it works. But
do you remember that sketch? Do you remember that sketch on? Was it not the 9 o'clock news when they'd got the coffee machine and they didn't know how to work it and they were making all them noises in the back of the kitchen? Do you remember that?
I think that was a little bit later on, but I know what you mean, because somebody put a commercial out whereby they were doing the noises. It wasn't the ones with Anthony Head, but it was similar. So it was a long-running joke in a series of adverts, and I think it was. Oh, it could have been Smith and Jones. Now you mention it, yeah. So. Yeah,
the Americans and Canadians, they're very much into their coffee. Even my brother, who's a Brit, lives over there. He's very much into his coffee. They don't have milk; they have cream in their coffee. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a thing.
Mine black.
Oh, you take yours black. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, what we do is we put the granules in a cup, boil the water, pour it in there, mix it up, stick some milk in it. That's all we do. You know? That's all we do.
For me, this is the time of year for hot chocolate with little marshmallows floating on the top. My daughter used to drink that by the gallon. Yeah. All that sort of stuff was right. It was right up my street. And buttered croissants as well is a bit of a Christmas tradition in my family. No idea why. No idea. Croissant.
Merry Christmas.
Do that again. Correct me again, Chris. How do I pronounce it?
Croissant.
Croissant. Is that better?
Expect a croissant.
We said croissant.
Chris has been teaching me French word by word over the last 12 months, so I now know 3 words. Croissant. Okay. I'll come back to that later on. So, Chris, a Christmas treat this time. quite a good one, and somewhat of an epic too. I feel it's to the point where I don't really want to spoil the plot for anybody. I mean, it's not what you'd call Rebecca Gold level stuff, but it definitely is going to get people thinking, I feel. So do you want to give people the role into this?
So let me just start by saying I'm not necessarily here to ruin everyone's Christmas, because you can't have everything. And, you know, maybe I have learned my lesson, because I've been terrorizing people with PSAs for about 1.5 years now. And, you know, maybe this week, nothing bad is going to happen. It's just a nice video about a family having fun, you know, hanging out by the fireplace, making a gingerbread house, getting turkey ready for Thanksgiving dinner. And, you know, nothing. It's just, you know, maybe because it's Christmas, we need to throw away the carnage and the death and the sadness. And today we're just gonna enjoy a happy Canadian movie about the holidays. Okay, roll it, Dan.
I'm not convinced, Dan, but I'm going to go with it.
This is going to be the ugliest one ever. Then with that intro. Oh, it looks like Sarah.
Looking around the room for hazards.
Right. Just the finishing touches. Good job.
Hey, take it easy. I'm hungry.
Be patient, Dad. Dinner's almost ready.
Okay. Hey, you seen Frank around?
Oh, I sent him to get some gravy mix, but if I know my husband, he's probably...
Oh, no.
I got it. Dad, can you watch the turkey?
The gravy mix, Gary. This is how they always get you.
Just be a minute.
Oh, no.
Hey, dinner!
Is it the stairs? Is he going to fall down the stairs?
Oh, I knew it.
Are you Mrs. Hawthorne?
Yes.
May I come in?
Why? What is this about?
I think it's best we sat down.
Just tell me.
Ma'am, your husband was involved in a collision. I'm sorry to have to tell you that he was killed.
Talk about Christmas cheer.
Blimey.
So just to put some clarification, yes, so Merry Christmas from Canada. They've been playing this during Christmas movies.
No. So you're watching Home Alone and this thing pops up.
You're watching your rom-com and they're playing this. So like
when was the last time they played this, Chris?
When did they play this?
Yeah, when was the last time they played it? Is this a new one? Is this a recent one?
It's a new one.
Yeah, this is from like last year.
What?
Wow. So yeah.
They really milk the grief at the end.
Yeah.
So this is what we do in Canada. So this is part of my complaint to Canada, because literally this is playing on YouTube ads when I'm watching, and on like streaming services when I'm watching my Happy Christmas movie. They have been inserting this.
Wow, that's depressing.
I mean, there's a time and a place.
Was it the same director who directed Adolescence? Because it's all in one shot.
I don't know.
I was going to say there's like a steady cam in this whole thing.
The whole thing is one shot.
What's the term for that, Ian? Where it's all one shot? What do you call it?
It's just I can't remember, but it's just one shot. It's a one shot film.
Yep.
I know there's a term, but I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember what it is.
As soon as that guy, the copper, takes his hat off, you think, "Oh fuck,
Yeah,
here we go. This is not going good. We're not going to have the gravy later after all."
So, the whole argument that I'm going with for the past years that I live in a very sick country, although we think we knew that, but this is government funded. So this is they think it's during like kids' time, like all day.
Yeah.
So the question is why, how, like this is. I think you would all agree this is the most depressing thing I've shown yet. Maybe equal to the.
It's a near-run thing.
Do you know what's depressing about it is it's not diverse enough. How comes there's so many white people and only one black guy turns up at the end?
Because we only celebrate when terrible things happen to white
Well, the policeman was black. Yeah.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Only one.
Oh yeah, the guy who brought the bad news is
yeah.
the only black actor in the
So for the next one,
what are they saying about black guys?
Well, it's we just bring you things. So for whenever we go back to this, the next one we're going to go back to the silliness because I think this is my depressing quotient for like 6 months. So every 6 months I will give you something really depressing. The last one was like similar. It was like the little boy with his glass of milk. Same scenario. Okay. I think everybody was depressed for the rest of the show after that one.
It was rough, that one.
The next one. Oh yeah.
No, I have to ask Dan, and I appreciate Dan. You probably have so many files on your computer. Do you still, since we have Ian and Sarah here, Dan, do you still have the kite one? I think it was like from last week.
I've got them all. I've got them all somewhere, but I haven't got them to hand. So it could well be the case that we do some sort of omnibus edition.
Okay. Because there was one, Ian and Sarah, there was one last week involving a mime, which was...
I was there for that one.
That was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the little boy killing his father. But the next one in line, just for more anticipation, the next one is from my favorite collection. Some days are bloodier than others, from the province of Alberta. So the next one in the queue is called Your Fingers Are Not Pepperoni. So I'm going to let you just imagine what this is about. This is one of my personal favorites.
Oh,
I still think the most memorable one for me remains the one where the store worker falls off the ladder into the glass display case.
There's that.
That's my favorite.
We've got I've got plenty of injuries. One at some point you will be you will be enthralled with the feeling of getting glass stuck in your eye. It's very sick. Lots of accidents. One which I'm personally calling I Hope You're Happy, Becky.
Do any of these, Chris, air on the Canadian Tourist Board channel? I would guess not. Because it's not really a great advertisement for bringing people, come over to Canada and have all this bad stuff happen to you.
No, we just saved this for Christmas movies.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're watching Christmas Vacation. You're with your family. You're having a fun time. Chevy Chase is like getting mad and beating up his Santa. We'll be right back.
Well, no, because Christmas Vacation, they electrocute the cat.
Yeah, but it's funny though. that one wasn't funny. It's so stupid.
And then he comes back and everybody's like all teary-eyed and like they're depressed and you can't pay attention. And I'm like, this is Canada. Canada doesn't read the room or have any sense of tone or fun.
That's madness, isn't it?
I've got just the thing to raise the tone, get us back in the Christmas spirit, or just the guy, I should say.
Hi there, I just wanted to say a big hello. I want to wish you a very, very happy Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and thank you for all your help.
Thanks for your help, Tim. Over the last 85 years. Yes, it's the Spacebook. We're live and Christmassy with more out there entertainment on YouTube and Rumble for Saturday, the 13th of December, 2025 and beyond, here with a far out panel, and me, Dan Hadley, Birmingham's king of the geeks. Gary Akers is here, outdoing me in the Christmas hat stakes. There's so much business going on there. It's like the front window at a big department store at Rackham's in the city centre. Stuff moving around. There's a water feature, I think, in there somewhere. What's going on?
There's a feature on the back where you can plug it in and it lights up, but I'm kind of afraid to do that.
Like Chris's coffee machine, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go.
You might fry your head.
Obviously, we've got Chris Bowles here back, the one and only Bowles Trek, dishing it out already, the Christmas horror there just for you. And speaking of horror, yes, he's back to Ian David Diaz, the mega geek himself, fresh from the launch of his long-awaited Rebecca Gold movie. Happy to have you back here, mate, once again to join in the Christmas mirth, and togged up to the nines here in Christmas style. Starry-eyed girl Sarah Graham, bringing Yuletide cheer to the max.
Let's see your jumper, Sarah. Oh, there you go.
Gizmo. Oh, I've seen that jumper in the shops.
It's actually a man's jumper, but I'm going to say I'm very progressive.
Who doesn't?
You have to be to come on this show, mate. Listen, how long have we been doing this now, Ian? You know, we put this one together over 5 years ago, the Spacebook live, various incarnations thereof, lots of people coming on and off the panel. We've roped in so many over the years. Yes, some of them are daft enough to come back, aren't they? So, yes, we're doing all this time, all these various different phases. Yeah, it's amazing what it's when you've got good sort of blackmail material. It's amazing what you get people to agree to, isn't it? So yeah, if you've stuck around for this long and you've watched us sort of ebb and flow with the Spacebook Live, this is a final hurrah before Christmas here with the astronaut floating high above. We've roped in Spacebook crew members past and present for this annual sort of channel hop and mind meld, as always, as Christmas approaches. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. It'll all be fine. It'll all be fine.
My coffee maker.
Of course, bring back the heroes. That's our mission, our ongoing mission, of course, to bring back the heroes and to stay as safe as we possibly can. So I'm not going to light this until later.
No, don't light it.
I'm feeling a bit more confident, Ian, in my lighting technique. People are commenting already on YouTube and Rumble. Thank you, everybody. Who's here? And what's going on? We've got people are still reeling. People are still reeling from your film, Ian.
Folks, there was a second one that I can't find anywhere on YouTube. It's a Christmas Carnage video. It is quite graphic, and it's about a family burning to death on Christmas Eve because they didn't follow safety instructions.
Did they try and make this? Is that what? That's that.
This one was from the Electrical Safety Authority, and they didn't think about the dangers of plugging in too many things, so they burnt to death. I couldn't find that one. There's another one with a family being killed by carbon monoxide poisoning on Christmas Eve. I couldn't find that one either, but I did find this one, and I've been experiencing it over and over. Okay, you know how if you don't want to give Amazon a whole bunch of money, and so they force you to play ads, and the ads now are like up to 3 minutes. On multiple occasions, you cannot skip these. Thank you, Amazon. I've had to sit through that whole thing, and I found it on the YouTubes as well. So you all get to experience my joy. Yes, but like I said, you could have been watching people burn to death. That one ends with body bags.
Well, we can't have everything at Christmas.
There's a lot better things to find on YouTube, bigger Christmassy things, and I can think of none better than our missing panelist, our regular panelist, who has made it here after all. I'm not sure of the status of his crackers, whether they are creamed or uncreamed.
They're cream, dude. They're never not cream. This is cream.
I'm just delighted to see the rabbi from another planet, Sfila, back in here.
How are you, sir? My crackers are very Christmassy. Let me tell you, very Christmassy.
Hey.
Okay, this
I
gave into the peer pressure, right? I wasn't planning on putting money tomorrow.
I should get something.
And put some tinsel around your head here.
Exactly. I had it ready. But anyway, I haven't put my decorations up. You have to go to my stream tomorrow night to see how I will bedeck and bejewel my office.
to see the full regalia, to get the full effect.
Oh, that's going to cost you an extra $20. Let me tell you. See the rabbi's full regalia.
We've all been comparing notes about the usual sort of stuff here, Rabbi, about the weather, how cold it is or not, about Christmas nightmares as well, all the things that can sort of go wrong in the average home, and also remembering the Blue Peter Advent crown.
Oh yeah, how did that not burn down half the houses in Britain? It was the least safe thing I'd ever seen. It was like literally 2 coat hangers wrapped around with flammable tinsel.
That's the one.
I've seen many bad things. Rabbi, one thing that we never really had over here, but I keep seeing in like the 70s videos from the UK. Whose idea was it to replace fireplaces with 2 little coat hangers of like burning like lava fire out in the open?
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange plan. Again, I think it was their way of keeping the population numbers down.
Well, like, okay, you have a kid, he accidentally trips, and like nothing protecting it, like it's literally like
those things are terrifying. Yeah, I agree.
Out in the open, your baby trips and his head catches on fire. Like, how did anybody survive that? Like, Dan, explain this to me, because we did not have this over here. As wacky as my country is, that's not allowed. Somebody tell me, like, who came up with that?
Okay, but look how weaker people are today without that kind of thing. They had to make it through to get to adulthood. Right now, we have a very weak generation.
We do have a very weak generation. I do fear for the future, Rabbi, and not only do I fear for people's sort of moral well-being, but their physical well-being as well. I doubt. I mean, some people are very weak nowadays. I think, of the young generation really do need to look after themselves more, and then they may stand a chance of getting somewhere near to this birthday boy. So, birthday greetings today to Dick Van Dyke, who turns 100 years old today. Screen legend Dick Van Dyke, looking great. Amazing. I think there's still his own teeth as well. All his own teeth. What do you think, Gary?
I know that the picture on the right is him today. I mean, very happy birthday. But at first I thought that was him playing the banker in Mary Poppins, because he looked just like that.
He does.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking great.
He is. And also my mum loves his, what's that one where he played that Dr. Detective? What was that show he was in? She loves that show.
With his son, yeah. Also, one of the best Columbo villains.
Of course.
Yeah. Really? I've not seen him in Columbo yet.
I have.
Ian and I can assure you that he is one of the best Columbo villains.
Yes. And the way Columbo got him.
One of the best gotchas too.
I know that Dick Van Dyke had been on screen, on the small screen, since the 50s, but obviously that's way, way, way before my time. The earliest memories I've got of him are as Bert, the chimney sweep in Mary Poppins, one of my favourite movies of any time of year. But I do always associate this with Christmas. I think it used to be on BBC One. It premiered on BBC One over Christmas, Sarah. I don't think there's any Christmas elements whatsoever in this, apart from toys and things like that, sort of coming to life and things. But it's nevertheless inherently sort of family holiday orientated, isn't it? And he's an integral part of it. Everybody talks about the accent, but it's such a fun physical performance. I can look past the silly voice.
Me too.
Dan, did you know that he was offered to play? He was offered to play James Bond.
No,
this is a true story, right?
He turned it down.
Broccoli offered him James Bond, and his response was, "Have you heard my British accent?" And that was the end of the conversation.
After Sean Connery.
Yep.
It was before Connery. He offered it to Dick Van Dyke.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dick Van Dyke turned it down.
Should have gone with Patrick McGowan over him.
Yeah, Patrick McGowan would have been great.
Should have done. Yeah, we'd have had some of that. So yeah, Mary Poppins was the big one, followed by Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Just as delightful a film, Rabbi, and terrifying in places, with a child catcher and various other things going on. Written by Ian Fleming, of course, the original book. So there could be a connection there.
I had no idea. My kids, they complain that it's the most terrifying movie ever because they never saw the end, right? Because they had to turn it off by the time they got to the child snatcher. You know, so they never saw. I'm like, but it all works out okay in the end. They're like,
it's all a dream anyway.
It was.
Well, it wasn't all. That was all the story that
Bobby
he was
Ewing
telling
turns
you,
up at the end.
Yeah.
He's also soap. He says, "Good morning." Any chance of a fry up, and then it just cuts to the end credits, and that's all they really missed.
You know, I've before we move off Mary Poppins, really quickly, I got to say that for years growing up, I thought that's what all British people sounded like. So then when I started watching a couple of British shows, and then like met all of you, I was going, "No, you sound wrong."
Why don't we all sound like Dick Van Dyke?
They beat it out of us as children.
I saw a recent version of Mary Poppins 4K. And it looked absolutely beautiful.
I gotta get
freaking
Wow. Did anybody see that sequel they did recently, a couple of years
ago? I was terrible.
I always meant to, because Emily Blunt is a big fantasy of mine, and the idea of her sort of giving it all, her being quite domineering, that sort of works. But I've never got around to watching it. A friend of mine was in that. He was one of the supporting artists, so he's sort of running around in one of the scenes in it. So I'd like to see what he was up to. But no, I've still never got round to it. So I'm glad you've reminded me.
We just learned something about our friend Dan.
Yes,
but I got to agree with Gary. One of these odd things that those of us on this side of the pond we get to experience is when you're a kid and you're flipping through the TV when you're like 5 or something and you've never experienced anything. And actually, in my case, it was Doctor Who. And I could never figure out, why are these people talking so funny? I didn't know what English was.
All right. Yeah.
Funky says, to be honest, Dan doesn't sound real Brummy. It's because I'm a fake Brummy. That's why. I'm considered to speak rather posh where I live, believe it or not. Yeah, it is.
Folks, there is a Canadian accent there, and it actually does sound sort of like this there. And people in my city there, they really do talk like this. This is but
awful. Chris, what I grew up thinking Canadian people sounded like was like
pretentious asshats.
Bob and Doug McKenzie on SCTV, where everything was like you end every sentence with A. How's it going, eh?
It's
pretty good, eh?
It is a thing.
It is.
Like literally, you will notice that aside from the fact that occasionally I will pronounce things like boot. I'm one of those who, and I used to get made fun of for this, but I am one of those Canadians that made a special effort not to sound like that. And aside from various things sticking out, yes, I do not talk like the majority of the people in my city. It's actually. Yeah.
When I was in Vancouver, I was on a production in Vancouver for 9 months. So I was staying there for 9 months. And my landlord, where I was staying, he used to say "a" a lot. He used to come up and he used to give me newspapers and went, "Hey, how's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh?
You got the prime ruckus. You got to get the truck. I got to take the truck out to the cottage, eh?
Back bacon and beer, Chris. That's all.
You'll always say "a." You'll always say "a." It's crazy, but they say it a lot. Well, in Vancouver, they say it a lot.
So, they like. I don't say "a," and if you ever hear me say "a," unsarcastically, you have my permission to drive over here and smack me.
You just said the word "out" just now, and you said "oot."
I know.
Just now.
Okay, dude.
On earth.
Out. This is okay. We all have our little foibles, the things that we hate about ourselves. Yes. Yeah.
It's on earth. How on earth could we possibly drive over to Chris anyway, unless we were in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Is what I was thinking. Yes. Gary, that would be ideal. Obviously, the wings sprouting out the back, and
it would have to be. It would have to be the armored version of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, though, to go up and visit Chris safely.
It would.
I think half the people in my country think they're driving Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You want to take your life in your hands? Get in the automobile and drive on the 401 in Toronto. You'll be dead.
Didn't the Bond people produce this film?
Yes.
Ian Fleming wrote it. Ian produced it. You're quite right. All those different connections. And as the same time it was filming, there was another classic British film filming on the next lot. And we have proof here, photographic proof. There is Dick Van Dyke taking a break from filming Chitty Chitty Bang Bang to have a chat with Sid James. I think it was the mascot of the channel.
Oh, that's cool.
Sidney James, there who was filming Carry On Up the Khyber.
I was going to say, it must be Up the Khyber, but I recognize the costume.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what this Carry On thing is.
You should watch it.
He's kidding.
This film is the funniest carry-on film ever, in my opinion. Carry On Up the Piper. I cried with laughter watching that film. And did you know that Sid James was suffering when he made this film? He had, I think it was gout or something like that. He couldn't sit down, but he had to force himself to sit down to say the lines and stuff. So he was very ill when he made this film. So there you go.
It would have been great though if Sid James would have played the child catcher.
Yeah.
Now Sid James is James Bond. Yeah.
That's Julian Holloway there, who was a guest star of the Doctor Who story Survival.
Yeah.
Where he played Patterson, the soldier man in the community centre.
Oh,
so breathe familiar faces there. It's great to see them together. Obviously, happy 100th birthday again to Dick Van Dyke. What a legend. As for Sid James grabbing things, he did have a bit of a history. He got form for that. We saw that more often than not. In fact,
that's one of the greatest Great TV Times covers of all time. I love that.
He looks like he's about to grab himself some things that would get him canceled now.
When we were allowed to be cheeky in those days, weren't we? I mean, let's face it, that's a cheeky cover.
3 days.
We're always cheeky on this show, mate. Always cheeky, and never less so than when we're talking about Sydney Sweeney. She's got a film in cinemas at the moment. I'm looking forward to seeing this, Rabbi. It looks good. It's called The Housemaid from Lionsgate. Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried, who I always thought she was gorgeous. That girl. When she was Veronica Mars. Yeah, she's great. And Brandon Skelnar is also in this, and he's a contender to play Batman in Batman Brave and Bold under James Gunn, so I've heard. So this actually sounds okay. It's based on a best-selling book, but, what does that say? Anybody can have a best-selling book nowadays. But this does sound all right. I think it's meant to be a bit of a horror thriller. Chris, have you heard about this?
Oh, I indeed have. I think I sent you the trailer. Yes. So this is the horror, and Sydney Sweeney plays a maid. Now, I don't think there's scenes of her in an actual maid outfit.
I was just wondering that.
I was going to say, what's the point then?
It was going so
one
well.
could always hope. And I've always had a bit of a crush on Amanda Seyfried. So, yes, I do own Mamma Mia. Make fun of me. It's a guilty pleasure.
Mamma Mia is fantastic, Phil. I love it.
Every summer. We all watch. See, yeah. So we all have things that we're ashamed of. So basically, Sweeney is a housemaid, and Seyfried is like the mother. Although there's something not quite right about Amanda, and we're not quite sure what this is, but something very scary is going to happen. Because Sydney Sweeney is this, I do hope for naughty scenes, but we can't always have everything. But it's so I don't know if I do go see a movie in theaters over Christmas, I will be seeing this. And I'm hoping for 4K release, although this is probably just going to be Blu-ray. But yes, so as Archer Collins says, Sydney Sweeney as a housemaid, the rabbi will have an entire month of images from that.
Absolutely, well, that's the trouble. It does sound like a porn movie to me.
Get to work on that.
It seems like a crushing shame that it's not. Quite frankly, like
Rabbi, we don't know. We haven't seen it yet. There could be
honestly,
scenes that are not in that trailer.
I had no idea how often she was naked on camera until I started showing clips of Euphoria on my channel. I'm like, oh my god!
Did I read that ad correct? That it's coming out this week, so they're releasing a horror movie for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Is there anything coming out this Christmas? There's no big releases.
Yeah. Avatar.
Which I will not be.
I still went to see it, but I couldn't get through the second one. I've seen the first hour of the second one and got bored. I saw it on Disney Plus.
Well,
there's
not
no
really
one in the cinema to see it.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it, but I can tell you this: it is very enjoyable, and the 3D is incredible.
Well, the thing is that Avatar's a movie I think you have to see in 3D.
You have to see in the cinema. Yeah.
Have you seen the second one?
No.
Yeah, I saw the second one.
So I didn't go to the cinema to see it. I only saw it at home, right? And it just didn't do anything.
But that's the thing, Rabbi. It's not a film for the TV. It's a film for the cinema experience. And I didn't pay for the second one, and I paid to see the first one. I didn't pay. I didn't pay to see this one because I got invited. My great friend Keith is part of BAFTA, so he invited me to the second one and this one. So I never paid for them. But I can tell you one thing though: it's pointless watching it on TV. It's pointless getting it on Blu-ray. it's a cinema thing, right?
Yep.
Seriously, once you put those glasses on, you're immersed into that world.
Avatar was the only 3D movie I saw that went, oh, this is worth 3D.
Yeah,
right?
real
Everything
3D.
It seemed like a gimmick. But honestly, it's just not enough to get me to the cinema. I never really liked the CGI. I never thought they looked convincing. I always thought they looked like, CGI creations. And
but do you know what, Rabbi? Sigourney Weaver plays a 12-year-old in this.
That's interesting.
I didn't even know it was her until she came on stage and she spoke about playing this. I was turned to Keith and I said,
is it a 12-year-old version of her, like a 12-year-old Navi?
It's a 12-year-old Navi, and I said to Keith, I said, she plays the 12-year-old, and Keith was like, yeah, didn't you know that? I'm like, no. so it's crazy, right? So they can do anything now. So yeah.
Seems unlikely, but yeah, you could go with it. I mean, yeah. As far as fantasy films go, I'd still rather have something with Sydney Sweeney in a playing as a maid and as a housemaid.
Well, I want that in 3D.
But I have to say, over the last few weeks, Gary and I have been sharing images, thinking, "Oh, what can we use in the Sydney Sweeney slot next time?" And the problem is that she goes to so many events, she's on so many red carpets, and she always looks so stunning. It's difficult to find a picture of her in anything, wearing anything, where she doesn't look amazing. Like one outfit. One night is immediately trumped the next night by some other stunning outfit. So I've given up trying to find pictures of her wearing something. I just went for this instead, Gary.
Oh, damn.
Sarah, I want to make clear, Sarah, I did not send that to Dan.
No, you'll have to send that to me later. Dude, she played a nun in Immaculate. She was in a nun outfit and she was still hot.
She was.
And
you want to know the weirdest times that somebody was hot when they shouldn't have been? When Gillian Anderson played Margaret Thatcher in The Crown, right? She looked and sounded exactly like Margaret Thatcher, right? And Margaret Thatcher is the most sexless human being ever, right? She is anti-Viagra times 1,000, right? But Gillian Anderson is so incredibly sexy. She was still sexy when she was playing Margaret Thatcher. So that's
Archer Cullen, Madam Web. No, that her outfit in that is borderline adult material.
They flattened her boobs in that one.
That was the table dancing scene is awesome.
That was the movie where the guy got arrested in the States for wanking in the cinema. While she was
really so, that's just sad.
As reviews go.
It wasn't a rabbi by any chance.
That's a very good review, let me tell you.
So here's Sydney Sweeney. This was at the red carpet for this movie for The Housemaid. Wow. So it's out on release December the 19th. What a great poster as well. I like some scares at Christmas. I think this could be fun. I might take myself to see this. Amanda Seyfried as well. Yeah, it sounds like something worth catching.
I may do a matinee, dude. I must watch that. And even if there aren't any naughty scenes, it's still going to be fun to watch. I enjoyed Immaculate, and there were no naughty scenes in that, but
it was all right.
Yeah,
but I remember, when I was growing up at Christmas time, there always used to be at least a half a dozen movies that I really wanted to see, whether they were, comedies or mysteries or a sci-fi movie here and there. And these days, it's like a desert.
Yep.
Well, it's not good for cinema because everybody knows that Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers, and if they buy Warner Brothers, we're kind of screwed, really. Yep. I mean, I think somebody said, and I can't remember which live stream I saw it on. They said that Netflix is determined to have bums in sofas all around in homes rather than bums in cinemas. So
they've denied that this week, haven't they? The guy came out and denied that furiously. And he did seem, once he'd explained his position, I understood where he was coming from and why. But obviously, these people have an obscene amount of money. And people who are that obscenely rich, I tend to not believe a bloody word they say. So apparently Paramount are launching a hostile takeover. Which could slow things down or stop it. I mean, that seems to be the way it's gone in the last few days.
I thought Paramount were in debt though, so how can they afford that?
They were.
They can offer stock instead of cash.
Yeah.
$30
$30 a share. I think what was Warner's was 20 or just under 28.
Yeah.
Sarah, Paramount previously was their financial position was catastrophic, but now they're owned by Skydance now, who obviously are in a much better financial position. I would rather have Paramount any day over Netflix. And I did. I actually did do some research into Skydance's position on certain things, basically in the way they've dealt with Paramount, and they are supportive. Like they want to revive the theater experience, but also I found numerous statements for those of you that are fans of physical media, where Skydance Paramount wants to support physical media going forward because they think it's, even though it's a small portion of the entertainment industry now, it is still lucrative. They do very well. They have their Paramount Presents line as well, which is their own kind of boutique label. I'd rather have Warner Brothers be independent, but if I had a choice, go to Paramount. But Paramount / Skydance, unless you cancel Starfleet Academy, I'm not going to be happy with you.
But you know what, right? What's really strange about Amazon is that, you pay this stuff to be, for Amazon, and then you go on their wall to see a movie, right? And you think, okay, I'll watch this movie, and you have to pay for it. Why am I paying for it when I'm paying for Amazon? And then another annoying thing about Amazon as well. 1 week, all the Bond films are free, and you go, okay, I'll watch it in 2 weeks' time. Go back there, you have to pay for them. What the hell is that all about?
You're absolutely right.
Why? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You need to go on the phone to him. Tell him off. Go tell him off.
Be free. The Bond, because that is what you get to get people to join your service.
Yeah,
right. They should always be free, and frankly, I think they should be doing so much more with the Bond franchise than they are. They could be doing. Right? It's ridiculous, right? You know what Amazon really should do? They should buy a cinema chain. They should buy like AMC.
They should.
And then they should make it free if you're an Amazon Prime member. They should put their MGM content on there, right? When there's nobody gives a crap about the movie, right? You make money on the concessions, essentially. And when they have big movies, then they'll have big movies, right? But essentially, your average movie would be free. You pay concessions. And people like going to the movie. Like in Israel, they built all these movie theaters in the 2010s, right? And they're still all packed all the time because people like going to the movies.
What I don't understand is that you can watch Back to the Future on Netflix, right? But you can't watch Back to the Future free on Amazon. You have to pay, and then Back to the Future 2 is free, but you have to pay for the third one. It's like, well, what's that all about?
Yeah,
and then 2 weeks later, they're all free, and then you think, why? It's ridiculous.
There are a bunch of chances. It must work out somewhere. There's some business genius somewhere, like this guy, who have leveraged it so it all will work out and everything goes into the right column. Somewhere the commonality, I suppose, is that it's the average person sat on the sofa that gets screwed every time. But the idea was you're supposed to sort of chase this stuff around, I suppose. I think we're certainly interested. I think we're interested, Rabbi, in how that story is going to turn out between Netflix and Warner's and Paramount.
I heard a really interesting about it. Was it a podcast listener said their analysis was that it's going to take about a year before they could
easily
go forward. So
18 months.
HBO can't greenlight anything now until that's done. So if you're a producer, you've got to either go to Disney or Netflix. They're your only two streaming options.
Yep.
And I think that's probably the real play there for Netflix.
Well, there's there's a third party in this as well, which reports are now that Paramount is making a play for it. Comcast, which if you don't know, Comcast is Universal Pictures. So basically, Universal wants to buy Warner as well, and it's been reported now that Paramount is launching a hostile takeover. There's serious consideration from Comcast, which is a massive company, but their studio arm is Universal, to take it over. Although luckily Universal is also very supportive of physical media. So for those of us that care about that, but no, this could be going insane because there have been rumors that Comcast is looking to, I'll use this word, trump Paramount's offer. So that this could become very interesting. You could have three three of the three massive conglomerates trying to slit each other's throats for the next year until it gets insane. Like somebody offers 70 cents a share. I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk will want to buy it as a hobby. So
yeah, but Comcast also has a lot of debt. So if they would have to offer stock instead of cash as well.
I don't think it's going to be Comcast. I am praying
these
for
two
Paramount.
companies, the two that you mentioned, Netflix and Paramount. I was told to. Well, I saw it in another live stream. Don't know if it's true. They have this thing where they can lend, like, is it $1 billion to their company? So they can actually lend that. They can actually borrow that money from the banks or whatever. Is that true?
Yeah.
Probably.
Anybody?
They've got enough collateral, so I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So if they can do that, geez, they can buy Warner Brothers, right? How much is Warner Brothers worth these days? Anyone?
Not much.
We did have the figures. We did have the figures last week. We talked about this extensively, and Warner Brothers has turned itself around. That's why there's this bidding war. But I can't remember the exact figure as to how much it's worth. It's worth a lot more than it was worth 7 years ago before David Zaslav took it over. So yeah, there's a reason why they all want it. We've got a comment here from P.D. Ritchie, and who asks, have you checked ITVX to see if the Bond films are all on there? Because obviously that's the traditional home of Bond in Britain. But ITVX is a terrible streaming platform.
Exactly. But they have ads in them, and I just hate ads. I just want to watch the whole film all the way through.
Might as well just put the DVD on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I've got them all on Blu-ray anyway, so I'll rather watch them on Blu-ray. But as I say, for convenience, if you go to Amazon and it's like all the good films, like they've got this cut version of It's a Wonderful Life, but then the original version you have to pay for it. I mean, I don't understand the logic behind it. I really don't.
So Ian, is it like with the ads? So like at the beginning of Spy Who Loved Me, he just right when he skis off the cliff at the opening, they cut to a commercial. We'll be right back, and then before he opens the Union Jack.
But that's not. In America they do that, but not in England. In England they don't do that, do they? I've never known a film to have a cliffhanger and then they put an advert in. They never do that, do they? So the Americans do that. Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back had a hell of a cliffhanger, didn't it? And in many respects, that film just takes me back to Christmas and New Year. The very first time I saw it, Christmas 1980. It was the year it was released, and my brother went mad for the At Walker toy. And this was everywhere, wasn't it, Ian?
Yeah, man. My brother got all of them. We were just looking at him on Christmas Day. My dad will just give him a box. He'll open that. We were like really jealous. He got everything. He got that. He got the snow speeder. He got the figures. We were sitting there going.
I was
tell you the favorites of the family.
I was quite jealous of that. I always wanted this one in. I always wanted Starbird.
I got that
from MB.
I think I had that one as well. Or I just remember the commercial. I can't remember.
Ah, yeah, I got that.
This was so cool because you could take the front off, couldn't you, Ian? Yes, it was like a miniature spacecraft.
They used to stick batteries in it, and it would light up, as I recall. Yeah, you're right. Take the front off. Yeah, no, it's
got a rotating gun turret. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it takes me back, man.
The Rolls Royce of spaceship toys. This was Sarah. Yeah. Everybody wanted this, but there was
really cool.
There was one more prized item
going in,
and it was this. It was the Astro Wars.
We had that
game from You had one as well.
Yeah, I had that. We played it till it died.
This was the most coveted. This was easily the most coveted item in the Argos catalogue in 1982. It was a beautiful piece of engineering, believe it or not, Sarah. And people sat transfixed. It's a lot smaller than you think as well. You couldn't get your. I think when you look at it like that, you think, "Oh, is the screen as big as your head?" No, it's about as big as your hand. But this was a big deal in the early 80s. This was the business.
It was, and also the front. It was a magnifying, wasn't it? It was a magnifying glass.
That's right.
So at the back, it would be really small, wouldn't it?
No, wait a minute. All right. So do you only play one type of game on this, or is this like a thing where you can put in cartridges?
No, just one
cartridges.
Game. Just one game.
Baby.
Yeah. One game. We used to fight to play on this, and one day it just died, and it didn't work anymore.
Well,
It's
yeah,
about as old school
gotta see that.
as you could get. I can't remember. I mean, we've got one big silver fire button there, Ian, which sort of, I suppose that's all you really need to know. Left, right, and fire, and that was that.
That's right. That's all. Yeah, that's all you needed, really. And you could select, I think it's select a fighter or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was cool. It was really cool to have something like that.
Whatever happened to Grandstand Games, PD Rich? I have no idea. I'd love to know. And Funky says, I wonder where they got the name Astro Wars from. Your guess is as good as mine, mate. Anybody else have Astro Wars? Let us know out there. Yeah, my stepbrother had this. I was so jealous. So my younger brother had the Attack Walker, and my older stepbrother, he had this one, Sarah. So I can't remember. I think I probably had some Target books that year, something like that.
Did you get a lump of coal or something?
I was sort of, because they knew I was happy enough with books. I just got loads and loads of books, and so they missed me with all the stuff, with the gadgets, with the electronics and things like that. So I had to have a go.
I have a question. I have a question for Dan and Ian. If you were like at a like a Goodwill store, like a store like that, and you happen to see this, would you buy it just for nostalgia's sake?
Oh, God, I would.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I would definitely. Do you remember in those days the annuals were huge in the 80s and
massive.
the 70s, weren't they?
The paper was always thick.
Annuals.
Ian, do you remember? The paper was always really thick.
Yes, I do remember. I still got some, actually. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my brother. But we've got loads. We've got the Marvel ones. We've got the Doctor Who ones. We've got a couple of Doctor Who ones and stuff like that. But annuals were huge in those days. People
I remember
were
the
happy to get an annual. Yeah.
There was like every single show had like a British annual, like the Buck Rogers or the A-Team or every show had an annual.
There should be a Rebecca Gold annual.
There you go.
I would so love that. That'd be awesome.
Do you know what, right? Do you remember it? Today, right, you'd go online, you go on Amazon, and you get your Christmas presents. But do you remember you used to have a catalogue was that thick?
Yeah.
Do you remember? And you had to go to the back and just write down the numbers and stuff and then order them. And it was madness in those days. But it was terrific, though.
Colin here mentions Ian the Look-In annual. I had that every year as well. Yeah. My stepbrother had the Blue Peter book every year. He'd got a full run of those.
Yeah, I had a bunch of those. My sister. I remember one year there was a how to make a James Bond ski chase thing, like that I run with Action Men, right? As one of the items did that.
That's cool.
Did any of you guys have the James Bond Corgi Aston Martin DB5 toy? Asks Adrian. You had one. You had one, Rabbi, as well.
Yeah, everybody had one. The one with the
I didn't.
The little man
comes up at the end, right?
Yeah.
I had the Lotus Esprit.
I lost the man.
The underwater car. I've got that. I've still got that.
I lost the guy. I ejected him out the seat and I couldn't find him again.
It was the same scale as the Batmobile as well.
Yeah.
Right? Just like at the end of Cannonball Run, Roger Moore gets ejected out of the seat.
That's it, I just couldn't find him anymore. He was gone.
Absolutely brilliant. Vanessa's got a few of the Doctor Who ones. Thinks about the annuals. Yeah, they're great. Stephen's got all his TV21 Thunderbirds annual. I've got some TV21. I've got all the Space 1999 annuals, even though I've never seen Space. I've hung on to them. I've had them since I was a kid. And I've not ever really seen the show.
Dude, this Christmas to make a Space 99 Christmas.
No,
you should really do this Christmas binge.
Yeah.
Maybe I should make it my new show for
records. Anyone get records for Christmas?
Every year.
Yeah,
I used to get at least 2 albums. Yeah. One of them was always like a Now album, like a double gatefold album, and there'd be something like one of my favorite recording artists of the time, whoever it was, Bonnie Tyler or Meatloaf or something like that.
I remember I got Boney M.
Everybody had that.
Boney M, and then ABBA Super Trooper. Right, I can't remember which Boney M album, but it's roughly the same year. It had Rasputin on it, as I remember.
Oh, Rasputin! What a good song! What a good
soundtrack.
Which, weirdly enough, even though we do not mention the show that must be not be named, in one of the eras that were awful, they had the Rasputin in it, and that was one of the best things of that.
I did enjoy
that. That actually really worked. You had what's the name of Zamasa doing this funky Russian dance to it.
Is it true though that the guy in Boney M, he didn't sing a word?
He never did. You've seen him live. He only did this weird dancing for some reason.
So you
But
mean
he
like
used
Milli
to
Vanilli?
mime. Yeah. So he used to mime. He's somebody else that sang.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so he'd never.
They
sang
hired
a
him
word.
because of his trousers. Apparently,
Yes.
he wore a pair of particularly striking.
What, the silver ones? Silver baggy ones?
Apparently, whatever these trousers were that he wore to the auditions, they gotcha. You know, they hired the trousers, and sort of the guy came with the trousers.
It was a manufactured band, wasn't it? Boney M was a manufactured band.
Yeah.
It wasn't a natural thing. It was manufactured. So yeah.
Well, like
So
the
they just got
Monkees.
that guy because he looked good. Yeah. So there you go.
Garbage says, like in Steps, the men hardly ever sing. I worked with Steps, believe it or not. When I worked in advertising.
I met the girl with the blonde hair in Steps, not the cute one, the one that looked like
The
a
ugly
mum.
one.
Well, she wasn't ugly, but she looked like a,
The one who looked like the
I
mum.
hope she's not watching.
like a mum.
I know which one you mean.
I know, I don't even know her
I
name.
know who you mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so
The one who
there you
always
go.
does
I
the
met her.
bake-off and stuff like
That's
that.
it. Yeah, that's the one.
At Top of the Pops, vinyls from Woolworths with a half-naked girl on the cover, and the songs were cover versions.
Yes.
I've got a load of those, but I've got
Top of
them
the
all on
Pops,
cassette. Still got them. Yeah, the same girls on the covers of these albums, Sarah, were the girls you would find when you went in the pub and you wanted a packet of dry roasted peanuts, and the guy would take it off a card, and every packet that got took off the card would reveal more of this girl in a bikini.
I remember
It's the
those.
same
Oh my
chicks.
god!
Oh, that was just like in Major League. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
man.
But you know that those albums, it was
Nice.
a guy that sang every song, even as a woman. It was one guy.
Really?
What?
Yes,
So there's
one
a bloke
guy
doing
sang
all-
the song. It was a bloke.
So
yeah.
when they had like Hounds of Love by Kate Bush listed on there, it was a dude.
It was a dude. He imitated Kate Bush. Yeah. How crazy is that?
You live and learn. So Tony Basil's Mickey was covered by some
By a
great
guy.
big 6 foot bloke.
Yeah, by a guy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh,
right? The things we used
just
to fall for in the
destroyed my
70s.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. It's madness, isn't it?
Well, the
Fun,
TV
though.
detective van. Until you told me it wasn't real, I still thought it was real to this day.
What's
Remember
that?
the BBC TV detective van that didn't exist and
Oh, yeah, that's not real. Yeah, no, they fooled us all.
Columbo.
Oh, yeah, remember
It was
that.
the same. It was the same gadget they had on the top of the van that used to spin
Yeah.
around. That was
Yeah.
actually for the rest of the year. That was the Blue Peter Advent crown, just without the tinsel on it. It was rotating. Woo, woo, woo. And the noise, that was just the guy in the back going woo, 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 as it was going
It's
around.
terrible. It's the BBC have been lying since day one in my
They're a
opinion.
bunch
They
of
really are.
lying bastards,
But
and
they
they
used to do
always
it
have
in
been.
like a friendly way. Now it's like a
Yeah.
weird, creepy way.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
smart
very-
while they're
Like, now
picking
they're
your
like, no, we're not
pockets.
raping children.
But you lived in England, right, Rabbi?
Yeah.
You lived in England. How long did you live in England for?
Till 1990.
So you must have seen all the like Generation Game Christmas special. the
Oh
two
yeah,
Ronnies.
no, I love all that
Yeah,
stuff.
all that stuff,
In
yeah.
fact, I'm starting my Christmas watching tomorrow night. This year I'm going to go a bit different. I'm going to go for Christmas specials that aren't necessarily Christmassy, like the Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes, the Sign of Four.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, very good.
That's so Christmassy to me because even though it's not Christmassy at all,
Mm.
but like Last Train to Christmas, that one is I'm going to
I
watch
remember
again.
that one.
That's
Yeah,
that's a great Christmas movie if you've never seen it. Really recommend it.
We
And
talked about
Muppets
that last
Christmas Carol in 4K. Oh,
Yes. Oh, yes.
gorgeous. Absolutely, it's gorgeous in 1080. But in 4K, it's fantastic.
yeah. Christmas,
Love
eh?
that film.
Very different
Oh.
today.
Yes, so much Christmas viewing out there for us to enjoy from the past, the present, and looking to the future as well. We're going to compare some notes on all of that. But before we get to it, I did want to show you or ask you about one other thing. So where are we? Let's get some of this. Let's have a blast of this guy, because I know this one always goes down very, very well, Ian. Just for you. You can't find them on Amazon, but here's one I know you'll like.
Dad, that man's eating a fork. Now he's eating a plate. Now he's going to have 3 shredded wheat.
Now, don't tell stories.
No, 2's quite enough for me, thank you.
With 100% whole wheat nourishment packed into shredded wheat, who can eat more than 2?
Craziness.
Been building up to this one for a little while, not terribly Christmassy, but it is the film that everybody's talking about at the moment. So earlier this year, Superman was released all the way back in July now, and with David Corenswet, directed by James Gunn. Turned out to be probably the film culturally of the year, I think, relaunching DC Studios theatrically, and there's been a few TV projects come along since. We're waiting for the next movie in what they're calling the Superman saga, aren't they? Which is going to run on for however long. I think it's all to be revealed at some point in the future. And sure enough, Supergirl is on the way. We've had the logo, we've got the posters, we've got the trailer. We've got a director, Craig Gillespie is the director of this, who made I, Tonya, which starred Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding. I don't know if anybody saw that. It was brilliant. And he also made the Pam and Tommy series for Hulu, which starred
was brilliant.
James and the bloke who plays the Winter Soldier. So, yeah, that was a brilliant series, wasn't it, Rabbi?
I had no idea that was that guy. Okay, if you got Disney Plus, I so recommend Pam and Tommy. And you're from the 90s, it's such as... I mean, Lily James is fantastic in it. And so Sebastian Stan. It's really... Okay, it's very, very dirty, right? And very,
yes,
very,
it has a talking ding dong.
It has a giant talking CGI ding dong in it. That is true. And it's very dirty in many, but it's like it's such a like real genuine story, right? You really understand their representation of Pamela Anderson from it. And again, Lily James does such a great layered performance because she's super sexy in this you can't tell it's prosthetic boobs and Pamela Anderson-ness, right? But she's so projects who you think Pamela Anderson was and what her downfall was, right? And it's a heartbreaking story. You can't watch it without feeling sorry for everybody involved.
Do you remember, Rabbi, how when we reviewed another Hulu show, Alien Earth, over that 7-week period, how between us, I know that you had a really good time with it, and myself and Chris were less convinced. But I think the one thing that the one thing that I came away with, Chris, was something that you said. It was a broader point that you mentioned. And the more I think about it, the more I reflect on it, the more I realize you were right. Most of these event series that go onto streaming platforms, there's just not enough story there to sustain however many episodes they are. So if there's a 7-episode show, there's usually about 4 episodes worth of story and it peters out. A 10-episode show, you're lucky if you've got 7 or 8 episodes worth of story, Sarah, and it just all falls to pieces. You know that it's treading water. That Pam and Tommy show is probably the last time I remember watching one of these shows that didn't feel like something was being eked out for as much screen time as you could get. It was so tight. It was funny. I could have watched more of it. So if Craig Gillespie did that, and he's going to be doing the Supergirl movie, I'm there for that. I think that's going to be worth looking at. He's also behind something called Dumb Money, which I've never seen, and various other projects which I've never even heard of. So he started in commercials, and the way that a lot of them do commercials and rock videos and all that kind of thing. So he's been around for quite a time. But obviously this is going to pick up with Millie Alcock, the 25-year-old actress from House of the Dragon, playing Supergirl. And she had that, I wouldn't say it stole the film, her moment at the end of Superman, but it certainly did get a lot of people salivating to see more. Yeah, she was sort of present even when she wasn't present. Very nicely done and beautifully cast. Rabbi, I remember us talking when they said they were going to make a Supergirl film, and she was on that shortlist really, really quickly. I was immediately excited because I loved her in House of the Dragon, and that was 3 or 4 years ago now. Now she's older, so she's 25, but she looks younger. But hearing this, I don't know. I mean, if you look across at Sydney Sweeney and people like that, I think she's got that quality to her, but there's a certain edge as well. There's an alienness to her, which I just think is captivating.
Well, look, when they first announced this, I had zero interest, like less than zero interest in it. I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And then she turned up in at the end of Superman, and I thought the whole persona was brilliant. But like now, seeing this trailer, this is literally my daughter. Anybody who has who has raised a teenage daughter, this is exactly what they're all like. It's unbelievable. This is such a representation of that generation. It's crazy. So I'm so up for this. I went from complete disinterest to being I want to see this in the cinema, just because it's impressed me on its quality, right? And
Well,
it's a reality.
I looked at the trailer a couple of days ago. I've got it here for us again now. So let's have a quick look. If Warner's will let us get away with it, of course. So this is not really like any Supergirl we've ever seen in live action before, and quite a re-entrance, I think, from Billy Orcock.
You got most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy. Hi, cars are out. Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet.
It's got a certain fallout. I have to keep stopping this every now and again so we don't get copyright struck. It's got a certain fallout aesthetic to it. The Amazon series Fallout, with the bulkhead doors and things like that, which I find interesting. Not so keen on the glitter balls. I'm sort of over all this.
See, for me, this feels a little bit more Guardians of the Galaxy.
Very
There's definitely connective tissue to that, and several other sort of big culturally important films over the last 10 years or so. It's several superhero films I think are sort of feeding into this, and plenty of Superman in itself too.
High bar clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
That would be the bottle city of Kandor, wouldn't it, comics readers? Gary, you must be aware of the legend of Kandor.
Yes, and this trailer has nothing to do with the comics I grew up on.
Yeah.
But the one thing about all right, the one thing really quickly about the "Call Me" thing, I love "Call Me." It's an iconic song. It has nothing to do with what we're actually seeing. It's like James Gunn pulling just a random 80s song that he loves to attach to the trailer.
I mean, James Gunn is only producing this, isn't he? Again, it's directed by somebody else, written by somebody else, so he's not as all over this, but obviously tonally it's fitting in with the kind of aesthetic that we're used to. It's an adaptation of a specific Supergirl story, but it looks like they're bringing in elements from aspects of the Supergirl lore over the last, however long, 60 years, is it? 1952, 53, she first appeared, or this version of Supergirl?
No, 1950.
Pretending that in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
Pop it there. Okay. Pause it.
Yeah, a bit of low
okay.
blow.
So everybody on the stream, what is the one thing that I do not like in movies?
Violence or threatening dogs.
Yes. If you have a sad scene involving that puppy, if you hurt that puppy in any way and you make me feel sad, you can go to hell.
They're never
not going to hurt Crypto.
They're never going to hurt Crypto.
They
right?
had better not, because they will.
They won't.
They will witness my wrath.
It's so antithetical to what this version of Superman is, right? They will never hurt. They will threaten Crypto. That could happen.
Yeah.
Right. But he's always going to be bouncing back and smiling at the end.
I don't even want to see Crypto threatened. Just leave Crypto to be cute and comedy. That's it. Thank you. Okay, rant over.
I like how this is all we've seen of Lobo so far. Because obviously casting Jason Momoa into this part, you wouldn't describe this as genius. The bloke looks exactly like Lobo. This has been something that's been the most obvious choice for 20 years now. And so this shot of him just in the darkness there, Gary, lit simply by the butt of his cigar, This is all you really need to see to know that they've given this part to the right dude.
Well, and it's the role that the actor himself has always wanted to do. And from what I understand, they went back and did a lot of extra reshoots in order to add him more into the movie.
Have they?
Yeah.
He's not in the original comic series, the 8-part comic series from, I think it was from about 4 or 5 years ago now, 2021, something like that. So he's not in that. They've swapped him for another character. But if we get to see Jason Momoa playing Globo at last, then
He sees the good in everyone, and I see the truth.
Look, this is literally my daughter. This is my daughter. I'm not even joking. Like this, and she's pretty much at this place in her life right now. Right? She's not in a good place, but like this is literally my daughter. So I have no connection to this character whatsoever, but they have so sold me on this idea. I really can't wait to see it. And I understand comic fans are like in hell with this, so they're like,
not from what I've seen. You've got the same vocal few who are demanding Zack Snyder comes back, who are insisting that the biggest film of the year was a flop, and all this kind of nonsense. Most of what I'm seeing is excitement for this. People seem pretty much won over by it. The only thing I didn't like about that trailer that made me kind of roll my eyes a bit is the bit at the end, Sarah, where Supergirl is in the dead center of a circle, and there's guys all the way around her, and you know that the shot is coming whereby she's got some fabulous weapon or one of her powers, and she sort of does that rotation and cuts them all down. We get that in every police film. Never mind every superhero film.
It's boring beyond,
It's the shot. It's like that one, the superhero landing shot that they take the piss out of now. It's like that. Other than that, I think this looks just wonderful. I can't wait to see this next year.
I actually had, unfortunately, the exact opposite reaction of Rabbi, whereas I was interested in this movie, but then I saw the trailer and now I'm not. So it was the polar opposite.
What's put you off?
Because here's the thing. I've seen all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I don't need to spend money on a 4th. I felt honestly...
May I recommend the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, which is the most Christmassy thing I've ever seen.
I actually need to watch that.
I'm not a big Guardians fan. I didn't bother with the 3rd one at all.
Yeah, I didn't see the 3rd one's actually pretty good, but I haven't watched the Christmas one yet, Rabbi. But for me, there wasn't a single thing in this trailer that I haven't seen before multiple times. It feels like James Gunn is back to his old, reliable kind of Guardian style. Heaven forbid we get aspirational heroes here. So we have Supergirl as a drunk, snarky Gen Z party girl. Yep. And we have Crypto peeing on a picture of Superman. And I am so done with the belittling and the ridicule of Superman. In this case, where Crypto's peeing on his picture. I mean, Superman was the first and is still the greatest hero, but James Gunn has got to be James Gunn. Can't have aspirational heroes, so let's rip him. And Dan, you know that I like the Superman movie, but why do they go for the easy thing of, let's have the lovable dog pee on Superman's picture? And this poster, truth, justice, whatever. God forbid we say the American way.
Exactly.
Heaven forbid. We can't say that.
Yeah. Did they say it in the Superman film?
In Christopher Reeve's one?
No,
the new one.
In this year's Superman film.
No.
I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm with you, Gary. I don't appreciate the snarkiness, and you're right, Rabbi. It is. It's teenage girls.
It really is. I live with this.
I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I want in my superhero. I mean, I say what you will about the old Supergirl film, but I quite like that. It was endearing and
I hear it. I'm not besmirching anybody liking that. I'm just saying I really like this, and I do. I'm like, yo, yeah. Look, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time is Bad Santa. Right? That's I think that's what nearly a perfect Christmas movie. But it's got that kind of similar vibe to it. Right?
I agree, and there's lots of different. There's lots of different versions. There's lots of different versions of this character, and if the character, I don't think they're going to leave this character there. But the character, certainly in the story they're adapting, they reconnect with Kara at a particular point where she's at a particular place, and she kind of gets rebuilt as a hero. So it is the hero's journey. So rather than just being clean cut American girl all the way through, they're going to show, it's a way of showing an origin without literally doing the origin. I think showing a character's way back from feeling somewhat lost. They've done it in the comics. The comics have recently been restored to relevance, to glory, doing very, very well. Even Crypto is back in for the cold. But yeah, this character's very storied. Gary, when did you say she made her debut?
This was 1959. This was actually a very important comic issue for Supergirl that we are seeing on the left, but that is actually, keep that up. That is actually not her debut. Her debut was in, and I'm so sad that I don't have to look up.
Well, I've used her debut. I've used her debut picture before, and I just get bored with showing it.
No, I know, but it was her debut was in Action 252 in 1959. The first time Superman realized that he had another relative who was alive. It was his cousin, but he hid her in a small town disguised like in a brown wig so she could get acclimated to Earth. This issue was the one where she was revealed to the world. The character was already around for a couple of years in the comics before that, but only Superman knew that she was from Krypton, that she was his cousin and everything. But this was like her big debut to the world issue.
They've experimented a lot with Supergirl over the years. They even killed her back in 1985 as part of the Crisis event. So she's been through quite a lot of different versions. Sometimes she's kind of been more relevant and more successful than others. But this miniseries really was popular, The Woman of Tomorrow. So it's been reissued to tie into the film. I've decided not to read it. I'm not a big fan of Tom King's, but even people who don't like him, like this. And they've never sort of gone back and done Woman of Tomorrow 2. They've just allowed other people to pick up from where it left off. And the current Supergirl comic is meant to be quite good. And she looked very different over the decades. Ian, here's some Supergirl looks right the way from 1949 to 20 years ago. And there's been several.
Was a good year. I want to go to 96.
I think we should go back to the 1971 version.
I came in for the 1983 version, just when they added the red headband. So that was for the Helen Slater movie, because they did test footage of her with the red headband on, Sarah. So that was a thing then. But Michael Turner's revamp in 2004 was also a big hit. I like that too. So yeah, very well storied character, and lots of live action versions too. You know, I've enjoyed all of these. Helen Slater, Lauren Vandermoot, and the girl Sasha Cale in the Flash movie. She was great after all, but I think my favorite has to be Melissa Benoist. I thought she was wonderful in that role. Even when the series kind of went off the boil, for me, she was the perfect Supergirl. But I didn't want to see them do that again, because she was the very clean cut, and it was rather faithful. That character was very faithful, even if the world that she lived in wasn't. So I feel like we've seen that. This is something else, something a bit further. And am I the keenest person for this film on the panel? I think the rabbi seems quite keen.
No. I want for Supergirl. Yeah, totally. By the way, I was just thinking how much I like the Cali, whatever, the Hispanic Supergirl.
Yeah, she was great.
I thought
I've never played that game.
It was a pretty good movie.
She was from the Injustice game, Rabbi, but I'm not a gamer, so I don't know anything about that.
Well, the Injustice is where Superman kind of goes crazy and evil and takes over the world, and it's all the other heroes fighting against him to try to topple him. That's what Injustice
that's not like the Zack Snyderverse, where that's going.
Yeah. But I have a question. Based on this trailer, who are they targeting this movie for? Because I keep coming back to Rabbi. Well, Rabbi, and you said, okay, this is your daughter. Do you think that there's enough
Yes.
Film audiences out there of girls your age.
These people.
No, of girls your age who are going to flood to this.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they will for Jason Momoa. You can't underestimate.
I think they will because look, the TikTok generation will do it because it's very narcissistic and it's about them, right? I think the boomers will because we've lived with them and created them. It's like weird and fascinating to us, right? Like, but I maybe you guys in the middle. I don't know. You're like, this is a bit too close to me or something. But for me, I can't wait to see this. This is good. This is my life with superpowers. Right, it's essentially. Oh man, Jason Momoa is going to be great, and it's going to be a fun movie. That's it. I feel like I'm going to go to the cinema and just laugh and have fun. I remember when I went to see Kong Skull Island, right, and I had no expectations.
Oh, I like that.
Right, and I remember myself and my son, and I was laughing hysterically as Kong first appeared and took down all that helicopter with Samuel, and I was just like laughing hysterically as ripping people apart. So I think I'm going to have that kind of experience. So I couldn't give a shit about pretty much anything else. I mean, that's really all I don't care. If it's like a besmirch from the character. It looks like I'm going to enjoy it. I think a lot of normies will. Because I don't think many people really care. Because about there being a new take on
People wondered, this time last year, people were wondering if Superman would find its audience. And it very evidently did. So I think this is the right actress just at the right time in her career.
Yeah.
Craig Gillespie, again, I've not seen masses of his stuff, but I, Tonya, and Pam and Tommy were both superb. Very different from something as populist as this, admittedly. So there's nothing putting me off yet. The cast, what I know of them, are great. I had a brilliant time with Superman this year, and this looks enough like that and different enough to keep me interested. Have you seen the Superman film, Sarah?
I haven't. No, I did want to see it, but it passed by because it wasn't really at the cinema very long.
Yeah, that was part of their business plan.
They never are now, do they? They wanted to get it onto, and this is one of the reasons why Netflix want Warner Brothers is because that window. They felt that Warners were heading in the same direction as them. They want to encourage theatrical screenings and then quite quick streaming debut so they can sort of have the best of both worlds. And it turns out, and a lot of people wondered what the hell they were doing streaming that within, I think, 7 weeks of it being in cinemas, 7 or 8 weeks.
It was somewhat ridiculous, yeah.
In fact, I think it was actually still in. I think, Rabbi, it was still in some cinemas whilst it was streaming. And it didn't adversely affect the box office at all. I don't know how that works, but it worked.
I wish when I saw a movie, they gave you an option to buy the DVD on your way out. Right?
You mean Blu-ray?
I'll do it. Right? Let's
Blu-ray.
What?
Blu-ray, not DVD.
Blu-ray, whatever.
Okay.
If I could buy it on my way out, all right. I understand they don't want to give up the theatrical sales, but make the theaters the vendors, and you can only get it if you see the movie early on. I'll be up for that. I will totally buy the DVD on the way out. If you entertain me, that Blu-ray, I would do that.
No, that's a good idea.
You never know where we'll be in 6 months' time when this is released, because it's only 6-7 months.
Oh, we're all going to be
7
dead.
months away. I certainly think that Call Me by Blondie will certainly be streaming. That because old records, old tracks, they come back and become #1 hits all over again quite commonly, don't they? In fact, I think that Last Christmas by Wham is #1 again this week. So maybe Call Me could be the
no, really? Get out of here.
Funky hopes the movie is better than the trailer, so he didn't have a good time with that either. Let me know when Batman comes out. Says Vanessa. It could. Superman film was fine. It could have been much worse. It was fine. Yeah.
Ultimately, I guess this particular trailer, it just felt so samey to me.
No, to me, it felt fresh and original.
I think we haven't seen it with a character like that before. Haven't seen it with quite that sort of edge before. It has got a house style, and the reason why I stopped watching Marvel movies was their house style. I don't want that from DC. It's not what DC films have traditionally given us. They've all been director focused. So I'm heartened by the fact there's those big captions from director Craig Gillespie. We had that with James Gunn. Lead with the director every time. I don't want the house brand to start being the dominant factor. I don't want it to look just like Superman. Even though Superman was very distinctive, I don't want it to look exactly like it. I want it to look different. But I certainly think that Lanterns, the upcoming cable show, that looks very, very different. So but maybe it's right that these films.
From that. We have no way of evaluating that because we haven't seen them in costume or doing lantern stuff, right? Lanterns is all about them doing lantern-y shit, not about them walking down the street together, right?
Rabbi, I'm not sure this one will be though. That I think it seems like it's very down to earth.
That would be really out of step for this universe. I mean, if you look at what's been in this universe so far, it's. Creature Commandos, which I thought was a lot of fun, and I thought was well written, and I think it was good on every level, right? Peacemaker season 2, which was sadly inferior to season 1, but not bad, but it was really inferior to season 1. But it has this style going through it, and you see that style again in a more PG-13 form for Superman, right? That seems to be and this fits clearly into that style. There seems to be a definite style in the James Gunn universe, and I think that's what they want, right? They want a creative style like the Marvel one. Like when Marvel, when it was working, it was great. When did it all fall apart? When they just gave up on that vision, right? Said, hey, let's make everything about women because they're super oppressed, especially the rich blonde ones who went to university. They're super oppressed.
When I look at this picture. And you see Aaron Pierce and Kyle Chandler here as Hal Jordan, and the character's name I've just completely blanked on. John Stewart. Characters I've been reading about, strange enough, for 45 years. I'm reminded of how they pitched this originally, a superhero version of True Detective, but it also reminds me of the Neil Adams Green Lantern, Green Arrow comics from the 70s, where they did roam around from town to town. And those comics are still, they're reprinted all the time, recollected all the time. They're seen as seminal. And they were also a starting point as well. So again, just because here we see them in their civvies, walking down a road, again, Hard Traveling Heroes, that series was called.
That's right.
It didn't remain there. And I think that assuming that this is it for the whole 10 episodes could be, but this is a starting point. It could be foolish to assume that this is going to be the entire tone of the entire thing. This is just one picture that we've seen so far. Because they couldn't adapt the Green Lantern and Green Arrow stories into that format because it would have wasted Green Arrow. I think they were wise to pair him with Jon Stewart because Jon Stewart has been known by the mainstream normie audience because of animations for 20 years as well.
Right.
And this is the relationship from the more modern comics. So it makes a sort of sense, even if it's 2 or 3 different things spliced together. I'm intrigued by this, but we know so little. And again, this is July, August time.
Title sequence.
There's a trailer, isn't there? Have you seen the trailer?
Nothing.
Well, it's not really a trailer they've come out with. It's more of like a 1 minute clip.
Where he takes his ring off and he puts it in the car and the car goes over the cliff or something like that. Yeah.
What I call a tingle teaser, those are in, where you see something but you don't really see anything.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
I don't get the feel that this series, which I'm very excited about because I love Kyle Chandler. I don't think it's going to end up like the Ryan Reynolds movie where they're all on Oa and there's 4,000 Green Lanterns there. I don't think it's going to be that.
Protect the Earth.
No. I don't see any reason why. Well, that put people off.
I love cosmic sci-fi stuff, right? I would love it. You know what would be good? If you wanted to do this on a low budget, have it form the exact same format as the 1970s Incredible Hulk, right? They walk into town, right? Something happens. They turn into Green Lanterns for a couple of scenes. Exactly. right? And then it's all sorted out, and they leave, right? Ding, 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 ding.
You've got to get. You've got to. I like all that cosmic stuff, but it doesn't work unless you take people there gradually. You know, it needs to gradually open up. I mean, look how similar that looks aesthetically.
Exactly.
To the,
you're right, Dan.
Yeah, so I think you could be onto something, Gary, with this.
Although I think, maybe they could adopt the format. They couldn't do the stories because the stories were so grounded in the social issues of the late 60s and very early 70s. So they could adopt the style, but not maybe the content. And Jon Stewart here is obviously way younger than he is in other forms. But I mean, if it's like a mentor-mentee type of thing, which is kind of what I'm getting, then yeah.
The idea.
Could work.
Yeah, that's the idea. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm mad keen to see Supergirl, even though it's 6 months away. Going to have to wait a little longer. I'm a big fan. Of course I am. I think this is the first film I ever saw in the cinema without a parent going with me, Sarah. It was the Supergirl movie from 1984. I've always had a soft spot for it. It amuses me to see people across social media treating this like it was The Godfather all of a sudden, simply because they hate James Gunn. This is not a very good film. It's not very well made at all. I think people forget that. I'm really, really fond of it. I know that it's a bad film because I'm one of the people who's been standing up for it for 40 years because there's a lot about it I do like, but I'd be lying if I said that it was a good film. So
perfect casting though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Ellen Slater was brilliant.
Okay, Peter Cook in it was just strange.
Yeah.
So Millie Alcock is someone, I think they've got her at exactly the right time. Who knows where we'll be with her in 18 months. David Corenswet, I think generally speaking, even if people still can't pronounce his name, everybody knows his face, and the new Superman has arrived. Is the world ready for a new Supergirl? I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. As always, what do you think of the trailer? Go and watch it again and see what you think. And let us know where you sit with that and whatever could be coming in the future, of course, with all of the DC Studios output, whether it ends up on as part of Netflix in a couple of years' time or not.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Do you agree with that, Ian?
It depends on, because it depends on what you see as a Christmas movie. So you've got the ones where there's a backdrop of Christmas and you can call that a Christmas movie, or you can see a film where it's about Christmas and call that a Christmas movie. So you've got to decide, which camp you're in. But I actually think it's grown to be a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
I think you're right there. I agree with you.
Wait, there's even Christmas songs in the soundtrack.
There's an argument.
Okay, I will say Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
But Die Hard 1 isn't. Right? Die Hard 1 is a movie that happens at Christmas, but Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie because it being at Christmas is part of the plot. Whereas
there's an argument that says it's the broader culture that decides what are ultimately associated with what.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean,
you have to decide.
Particularly matter. Yeah. I think. I mean, it was bought. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get stuck into this. For me, it's not. It's clearly for me, it's not a Christmas movie. But if people enjoy it at Christmas, then why shouldn't they? People should enjoy it whatever time of year.
I tell you what.
Dogmatic about.
I tell you what's really disappointing. Year in, year out, is when they make these Christmas films like Amazon or Channel 5 or whatever channel, they always make them cheesy, or it's got a romance in it, or it's a comedy, a really bad comedy.
I don't know what you mean.
But I just like to say, right, I want them to make Christmas movies with seriousness in it, like It's a Wonderful Life, where it talks about the goodness about people or the goodness about Christmas. I think that's missing from our Christmas movies these days, because it's all about is cheese. That's all it's about.
I think a sincere movie recently. Was it Last Train to Christmas? Right?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay? Well, that's a movie with real substance.
Right?
I don't
Okay.
think Christmas movies. I don't think Christmas movies have to have a message, but I think they need to have a sincere heart, and something to offer, just in the way that you've pointed to, Rabbi.
Ian, I tell you what, I want to do a stream with this with David Millings talking about Last Train to Christmas. Do you want to watch it and join us? Well, I'd love to have a new person's take on it.
Sure, I haven't seen it. I need to see it though.
That's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
And it's a weird piece of trivia. It's about a train trip from London to Sheffield, which is, and so the running time is the exact time it takes to get from London to Sheffield.
Right, okay.
We talked about it on the last. We talked about it last week, Rabbi. After your crackers were creamed, so we did a segment on that last time. But this is our annual sort of channel hop and mind melt to take in various Christmas movies and TV. Compare the past and the present. The past tends to win in these things, but also to confide, to confess, and to share our various traditions. Sarah, have you got many Christmas traditions or almost rituals as regards your viewing?
Oh yeah, well, Christmas Eve, we always watch The Snowman and The Snow Dog, and then Muppet Christmas Carol, and then we have our dinner, and then we watch now the boys are old enough to watch it. We watch Die Hard, and that has become our Christmas Eve tradition.
Sounds good.
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
What do you do Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, generally we're too busy to watch TV. I mean, when Doctor Who was good, we used to make room.
I agree.
Like what, you're having people over and you're doing stuff and opening presents.
Yeah, we used to make time for the Christmas special, but obviously, like for the past few years.
Why would you? Why would you?
There's only one time that our family actually moved fast to see a film on Christmas Day, and it wasn't Doctor Who. It was Back to the Future. The first time BBC One showed Back to the Future.
Really?
After lunch, everybody everyone was washing up. They were all hoovering and stuff, and then we all sat down to watch Back to the Future.
What was that? Was that 88? It was something like that.
I don't know. Yeah, 80 something.
It was the late 80s.
Yeah, it was that the whole family just was glued to the screen from start to finish watching Back. But we laughed because they changed the words, serious stuff instead of serious shit, and all these words they took out of it. Yeah, we were laughing.
What I found, Ian, is that because Christmas movies, there are people who watch Christmas movies all year, not a problem, or watch them from August through to February, whenever those pop-up channels are on. There are people who do that, but for the most part, for most people, Christmas films are only at the forefront of your mind and in your viewing sort of cycle for a finite period of weeks. So movies have less time to burrow in with people. So Christmas movies, I think they need to be around, like Christmas songs nowadays too. Like Leona Lewis' song from about 8 or 9 years ago. Now I friggin' love that. And because I hear it for a few weeks of the year, it's just sort of grown on me. Same with George Michael's one from just before he passed away. So all these little things, I think, is the same with films. Films have to be around for a few years for people to think, oh God, I watched Last Train to Christmas last year. I really loved it. And I think this is another one, Chris, that because you've talked about this Last Christmas with gorgeous Julia Clark. Chris is a big fan of this one from about 3 or 4 years ago.
It was like 2019.
Yeah.
Longer ago, but every year when Christmas rolls round, I've noticed that more and more people say, "Oh, I have to watch Last Christmas." It just gradually creeps up on people.
I've never seen this. I always wanted to. I remember marking it and thinking.
I troll Dan every Christmas with this movie because we have different opinions on it.
I don't personally like it, but a lot of people do.
I don't like it either. I just thought that it was so obvious what the twist was. And it's just rich people's problems, really.
I kind of have a thing for Amelia Clark, so
there you go.
One of my favorite ones is The Holiday, and that's
a good one.
Yeah, I love that too.
I like that one.
Yeah, Holiday's good.
I'd say one that I don't like, which might surprise you, being a woman, but I can't stand Love Actually. I like parts of it, but I think that is a seriously overrated.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like the Liam Neeson parts.
The bit I don't like in Love Actually is the one with Hans Gruber and his wife.
Oh,
I just thought that was shit. They should take that out because it's too depressing. Yeah, Alan Rickman. It's too depressing. That
now, Ian, go ahead and admit that in Love Actually, the scenes with Hugh Grant dancing is your favorite.
I love Hugh Grant.
I
love Hugh Grant. There's nothing you can tell me about Hugh Grant that will dissuade
Right,
me.
that's why I said the scene with him dancing on the stairs is your favorite.
Seriously. I love Hugh Grant when he does those weird serious roles in small movies.
Yeah, I like the bit where he goes around knocking on doors and saying, "Does so-and-so live here?"
Yeah.
And he has to sing and all. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. He's so funny. That guy.
There were good bits in it, and Bill Nighy, of course, he just steals the entire role.
But you know, there was a story they cut out, didn't they? About it was lesbians, wasn't it? It was the girl from Rising Damp and another woman, and it was
Frances
a story
Delacour?
solely on them. Yeah, her. But they cut it out of the movie, so it's not in the movie. So they shot all of
should have
that.
come around now. It's lesbians and everything. You know, if I could go back in time and tell myself, see, you know, in the space year 2025, there'll be lesbians in everything, right? Really? That sounds also no, it's awful. Right? It's very. But stuff that happens nowadays is weird, mate. Stay back in the past.
It's very weird. I watched a new one this year. It was about this guy in the 18th century, and he didn't like Christmas, and he was getting married for convenience, and he was making his wife a clock, and then it wasn't working, and he fixed it, and he put it on the shelf, and then he falls down, and he wakes up, and he's in the future, in his own house that's turned into a museum. And then everybody thinks he's an actor playing that character, but he's really the guy, the real guy. That was all right.
Okay.
It was all right. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Was that a Hallmark movie?
No, it wasn't a Hallmark. It was on Amazon. I can't remember. I can't even remember what it was called. I started watching it. I think
was
this
it
is all right.
like Timeless Christmas?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I've
it was
seen
all
it
right.
advertised.
Watch now. Now I'm getting Christmassy. The Amazing Mr. Blunden.
Oh, that's
I love
That's
that.
all
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's quite nice.
That's a great.
Have you ever seen that one?
Mark Gatiss?
Yes.
Yes, they
Sorry,
did.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Have you ever seen that one where David Hasselhoff plays the guy who people hire to go around and and decorate their house for Christmas and to sort of organize their entire Christmas?
No, I gotta see that.
Oh, it's called.
I think it's called. David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, what's it called?
Decorate your house.
I think it's called. I think it's called The Christmas Consultant. Go and check that out.
Okay.
It's as awful as it sounds. But it's
in a good way. It's so bad it's good. Yeah.
It's really funny.
Well,
I don't know what I would see when I see that, but I know I want to see it.
My friend Katie, who was obviously in Rebecca Gold, she's in a film on Channel 5 called 3 Christmases. And it just looks awful. I'm sorry, I wouldn't say that to her. It just looks so bad.
Don't say that out loud.
No.
I watched a good one. It was a few years ago. It got Dan Stevens in it. The Man Who Invented Christmas.
Oh,
about Charles Dickens.
Yeah, so it was Charles Dickens. Oh, now he came up with A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And Christopher Plummer's in it, and he's playing Scrooge, but he's like a figment of his imagination. Really good fun.
I haven't seen it.
Really good.
It's so funny that you mentioned that, Sarah, because I have here my favorite Christmas movie. It's also my favorite musical. I watch this at least on Christmas every year. Albert Finney's version of Scrooge.
I like that one. Yeah,
I love this movie. It's great. It's a great.
I prefer the lampoon of it that they do in Scrooged. Right?
That's okay.
I like Christmas Evil.
They really ripped the piss out of it in Scrooge.
Well,
Silent Night,
Chris,
Deadly Night.
Chris, here's the reason why you'd like
Christmas
this, Chris, because they do add a section that wasn't in the original story after the Ghost of Christmas Future. Scrooge falls into an empty grave, and he actually literally goes to hell. And Marley's down there leading him around hell, which is obviously a section that's not in any of the other movies either. So you might like that, Chris, because they actually show hell.
I like. Terrible thing. My two favorite Christmas movies are Christmas Evil and Silent Night, Deadly Night. Both movies literally involve Santa Claus slaughtering people. Somebody got hung up on deer antlers while topless in one of them. That's fun.
If you want to see a good Santa movie, I recommend Mel Gibson in Fat Man.
Yeah, that's okay.
I have that. Actually, I'm watching that later
That's so
today.
weird. I love that movie.
Or Violent Night.
There's one called Love Hard. That's a Christmas movie. Anybody seen that one?
Yeah,
Love
I
Hard.
liked it. I liked it the first time I watched it. I didn't like it the second time.
It doesn't sound like a family movie.
Really gorgeous girl.
No,
in
it
it.
doesn't.
I can't-
does it?
Yeah, that girl's
Can't quite
gorgeous,
remember.
isn't she? Yeah, I can't remember her name either, but it's. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun.
You know, Dan showed that graphic of the stack of VHS tapes. So do all of you think that Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie? Because that was in that stack of ones that in
No, it
Dan's
isn't.
picture.
Do you know what? Right,
Just happens
last
to be
year,
set like Die Hard. It just happens to be set at Christmas. It's not a Christmas film.
It's a backdrop. But last year I was going to watch Die Hard, but I decided to watch Die Hard 2 instead.
That's not
'Cause,
bad.
that's the
I
Christmas.
like
Yes,
that.
I watched
I
Die Hard
like-
2. Yeah.
I like Die Hard 2 better than Die Hard 1.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
The
Die Hard was
villain's
better.
not as good, but
Yeah.
the action is great.
I love the airport sequence. I don't know. Maybe it's because I hate airports, so I like watching bad things happen at airports. So it makes me feel I'm a very, very twisted.
But do you remember that scene? Do you remember that scene where they're throwing the hand grenades in the plane?
Yes.
I mean, how long did those things take to go
I
off?
know.
That's right before this scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny.
I mean, I like all the supporting characters, like who work at the airport, like the head of the airport and the other guy. They're all good. Yeah, it was good.
I
But
always
they
like,
knew-
the
they-
journalist on the
Yes,
on the
yeah,
plane.
Yeah.
But
He's
they
fantastic.
knew people were going to say they were going to take the piss out of it. That's why they made him say it, didn't they? How could the same
I
thing
got the
happen
same
to
thing.
the same
Happened to the
person?
same guy
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Twice,
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
So
that
they
was in
knew.
the trailer too.
It was. It's in the film as well. So yeah. So there you go. Oh, Chevy Chase.
Well, there's a fun one, Krampus, which is a Christmas nightmare.
Yeah,
Yes, a good
I
one.
watched that and I couldn't decide whether I was supposed to be taking it seriously or not. It started off
it's a
quite
bit dark.
serious and then it went really funny, and I just started laughing at it, and I didn't know if I was supposed to or not.
Well, there's also A Creature is Stirring. That's got the darkest of dark endings. There's Black Christmas, the original one, a slasher. Everybody gets killed at Christmas time. Let's have some fun.
Bob Clark.
Yeah. It's
Christmas Story is good though. Anybody sees Christmas Story? That
Yes.
Americans
And,
love that
I've
film.
still never
I thought
seen
was
it.
Okay.
Well,
I thought it
there's
was okay.
I got a some trivia here for you. So, what do Black Christmas and A Christmas Story have in common?
An actor.
The director. It was Bob Clark did both.
Yep. His
Wow.
first Christmas movie was the movie which is often considered to be the first official modern slasher, well, from 1974. Black Christmas, shot in the living hell known as Toronto. And then and it is a very violent movie and very bad things happen in that. And then he did A Christmas Story. So, yes,
Wow.
his two Christmas movies could not be more different if you tried.
And
I feel like-
I can't believe you didn't mention this since you're wearing the jumper.
Oh my God!
Gremlins.
Well, of course, no,
Gremlins.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Of
That's a
course.
Christmas movie. 100%
It is.
Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
I always forget how dark it is because you think it's
It
just like
really
this
is.
fun little thing, and that the stuff with the dad who fell down the chimney. Gosh,
Supposed to say that. That
That's
gave me
really-
nightmares as a kid.
You did
But
to
they-
me as
they
well.
That would never get away with that today because kids are too sensitive. I think that's bollocks. Basically, kids can take anything, in my opinion.
you're
But
right.
yeah.
And we have
think-
Gremlins 3 to look forward to.
Oh,
Scrooge is
Yes.
still
Scrooge,
Scrooge
yeah.
is still great. Never fails. I enjoy that more. I mean, that's another film peters out towards the end, but it's worth it because the rest of it's so brilliant.
Oh wait, Terrifier 3. Oh yes. There is a scene in that movie decorating a Christmas tree with things that you should not be decorating a Christmas
I've
tree
seen it.
with. Without being too graphic, they are things that would normally be inside the human body and are not meant to be outside the human body.
Yeah.
It is It is quite the
that's not.
That's Chris's Christmas Eve
Yes.
viewing every year, right there.
I mean, when we talk about Christmas schedules, think I always watch this, I always watch that. Does anybody ever find that overwhelming, Sarah? When you think, no, we've got to be watching the Snowman at exactly this time every year, and then this. Do you ever find sometimes it overwhelms you? Because that happened to me.
Yeah, you can't keep to a schedule because it just won't work. You just kind of have to just feel, whatever you feel like. Just do it.
Well, me and my nieces used to go to the cinema every Christmas, but for the last 3 Christmases there was nothing to watch, and that's really sad. The last thing we watched was, I think it was the film with The Rock and what's his name, Kevin Hart, when they did that computer game thing. Jumanji, yeah, that's the last one we saw in the cinema, and that was like years ago. I mean, but every year that came, there was nothing to watch.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah,
Ian refers to it as that movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart. I refer to it as that movie with Karen Gillan in the short show.
Yeah. I watched an older movie. It was recommended by a viewer type 40. It was The Bishop's Wife.
I love that. I recommended that. What are you talking about?
Was it you, Ian? Sorry, yeah. I'd never seen it before, and I was like,
love it.
How have I never seen
the original one, not the one with Denzel?
No, the original one. Yeah, with Cary Grant in it, and I just thought this is absolutely.
There's something wholesome about it.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Got me a new movie. I'm very excited to watch. And I got it in from Vinegar Syndrome this week as part of my Black Friday order. It's a new one. It's Christmas Carnage. Bad things happen at Christmas.
Typical Chris viewing.
They make those movies just for you, Chris.
Well, yeah, they do.
I did enjoy Violent Night. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I found that really fun.
The more violent, the better.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was literally it was Home Alone for adults.
It's a shame there's nothing this Christmas.
Dan, when I first saw this picture, I thought that was Patrick Troughton.
It does
It might be.
There we go. Let's get Mel Gibson in to do the second Doctor.
Oh, there you go.
That might really work.
Thank you, Eastland. At least somebody appreciates my go-to Christmas movie. Not only is there one Silent Night, Deadly Night, there are actually 5 of them.
Wow.
If you've ever seen that famous garbage day meme where crazy guy shoots the garbage can, or the guy with the garbage can, that's from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
It is. Yeah.
Which is half the movie is clips from the first movie, and then the second movie. And yeah.
Well, it's
film
funny.
that I enjoyed.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, you speak.
No, I'm just saying it's funny the movies that we watch. I mean, Chris watches the horror Christmas movies. I watch the wholesome stuff. Try at least. Same thing with Sarah down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Gary. Gary watches weird stuff.
I watch it. Seriously, I devolve into a kid at Christmas. So I'll watch Charlie Brown. I'll watch Rudolph. I'll watch Mr. Magoo's.
Because you recently discovered Wallace and Gromit, didn't you, Gary?
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit. I allow myself to be a kid at Christmas.
Everyone should. Everyone should. Yeah. That's the best thing about Christmas, kids.
Last year, Ian, I really enjoyed this. Carry On.
Yeah, it was all right.
Again, I watched it because I thought Sir James might be in it, but it's got Karen Edgerton instead.
The last Netflix movie I watched that wasn't complete.
It was all right.
It was so good.
It's all right.
Yeah,
the ending was a bit disappointing.
Jason Bateman was really scary, and it really sort of really sinister. So that worked for me. I thought it was good, and again, there's sometimes a bit of a tough sell. But you're quite right. I mean, firstly, it's hard to find something wholesome. Secondly, how do you possibly find something that would please everyone that's just Christmassy enough that chimes in with something that we'd all recognise with Christmas values and Christmas iconography?
Did you know that most of this film is special effects? Because I don't know if you guys watched The Corridor Crew. They had a segment on this. You know the bit where they're walking. Yeah, can Carry On. You know the bit where him and the girl's walking down a corridor. The people that are walking past them are not there. In fact, when they pull up, when they're not there, they comp them in. Okay. In fact, when they pull up the car pulls up and all those other cars are driving. It's Christmas. All that is all CGI cars, computer 3D cars, all of it. And it's crazy. Most of this film is 3D assets in the film because they couldn't. It's crazy. It's so seamless.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm always on the lookout for new Christmas films, for something different to throw in the mix, Sarah.
I can give you a list.
Who may think that they don't like Christmas movies, who may feel maybe that Christmas films that they've seen all the same movies so many times over and over again, they might want to put something different in the rotation. And I have found something different this year. This was a trailer sent to me by my son. It's streaming on Tubi now. It was made just last year. I think this could well be the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Rabbi. I think you're going to love it in particular. Is he there? I think you're going to love this. Something really different, a twist on an old Christmas classic. Check out the trailer. Where is it?
Oh, with a ton of shit. This right here? It's a naughty house. Shit, you get it.
Okay.
We need to get back to the plan, putting in all this jingle and Christmas shit.
So what's the plan, Big G?
All right, boys, let's go get ourselves a lonely wife.
Yo. Shake a hand at me, yo.
Girl, fuck the closets. I'm with the GRINCH.
He got my bitch too. I miss clothes.
You deserve to be treated like queen, bitch. Thrown around like.
What the hell is this?
Are you getting the tone so far?
What the hell is this?
Like porn stars and shit. Don't settle for nothing less.
Saint need a bed, now I come to my city. A jet move in my city. Crash Christmas parties with my big dog. Pauline up in my egg. No, seen his thought about a mistletoe. Wanted to kiss him like egg.
We want our wives back. We want our wives back. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. We some bitch ass niggas on God.
Yeah. No, he really a bitch, but the rest of y'all, I was just testing y'all.
Okay, I mean, like.
You got my blessing. This is on Hallmark, I think, right?
This is below porn level.
This looks like it was shot on it was shot on the first iPhone or something. Like, it looks awful.
Ian is not impressed.
This is streaming on Tubi right now.
Really?
Looks like it was directed by Neil Breen.
Ladies, this is our new home. Anything you need is yours. No more being ignored.
What the hell?
Shake a hand at me, yo.
Is that the whole movie?
This looks like crap.
Baby, I want you back. I dab out that pussy. I dab out that pussy. I'm coming for the GRINCH. I'm on his ass. Fuck.
A sure to be future Christmas classic. The heart.
The GRINCH that stole bitches is streaming right now, everybody. Sure to be a Christmas classic in a few years' time, I think. My son sent me this trailer. Joe, if you're watching, we'll sort this out for Boxing Night, mate.
Can
I
say that I be an AI algorithm, like you can feed any movie into and it comes out with this version of that.
Can I say that I love the fact that Ian was analyzing the filming techniques of the trailer?
It's like it didn't have any lights to shoot anything with. It's like, it's terrible. Oh well, I wouldn't watch this. It looks like crap.
A spin on A Christmas Story. Everybody loves Ian from the past. You know, aren't you being a bit of a Grinch yourself, mate?
I wouldn't watch this. Why would anyone watch this? It looks.
I
like
love
shit.
Tubi. There's independent cinema, and then there's Tubi.
In 2 years, we're going to get a remake of this, directed by Ron Howard, starring like Jim Carrey or something.
I can't get that music. I can't get that out of my head though.
Ian, the reason people watch this is a 2-word reason: crystal meth.
Probably, yeah.
Dad, can you get that picture of Christmas movie? I'm trying to identify one.
Which one?
The one in between Bad Santa and The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Which row?
What's that?
One row from the bottom.
Is that the new film? The new one that's come out?
I have no idea. I don't recognize it. It's got. I can't remember the name of the actor. But
that's Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. What movie is that?
Yeah. I don't know what movie it is.
Any idea what movie that is? I don't know Forrest Whitaker doing a Christmas movie.
I think people.
It's interesting that he would. I would like to see that Christmas movie.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. I think people love the Grinch that stole bitches. We've got Let It Snow, Mofo, says Peter.
That would have been a great title.
Funky's turned in.
That's the sequel, Peter.
Funky's gone straight to Tubi already. He's ditched us. He's gone to find that.
What on earth?
Is this a family movie? Asks
Yes, it is. The Manson family.
It doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good.
What about the Wizard of Oz and the Great Escape? They are always on. Well, to be honest, they're more Easter movies. You find same with The Sound of Music. They're not. They tended when I was a kid. Certainly, they were always on at Easter.
No, you don't want to watch those at Easter. The perfect Easter movie is Critters 2.
What about the Brits? What about the Brits on this panel? Do you think Trains, Planes, and Automobiles is a Christmas movie?
It's not a Thanksgiving.
It's more Thanksgiving, isn't it? More Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But a lot of people watch that at Christmas.
I always associate Uncle Buck with Christmas, I think, because it was always on.
Really?
It's a Thanksgiving. Yeah. I think it's the winteriness. And what's his name? John Candy is such a sort of Christmassy kind of figure. I think being a great big fat guy, quite jolly.
That relates to music as well. Every time I hear that stupid song on the radio, "Baby, if you wanna go away," I'm like, this is not a Christmas song. Why are they playing that at Christmas? It's about his dead brother. Why are they playing it at Christmas? The songs they play at Christmas. Yeah.
Because they market it at Christmas. They just put them big parkers on the snow machine.
But it's not a Christmas song.
No,
There's
it's not.
songs that they play every year that not Christmas songs. And it's the only reason why I play it because it went to #1. But it doesn't make it a Christmas song, does it? In my opinion, of course. I don't know.
Ian, we may have an answer to your question, or was it the rabbi? Your question about Forrest Whitaker's Christmas film. Stephen O'Neill has come to the rescue. Forrest Whitaker's main Christmas film is the Netflix fantasy Jingle Jangle: A Christmas Journey. That sounds almost like the Grinch that stole bitches.
Yeah.
I've not heard of that one. No.
Okay, Forrest, I'll give it a peek just for you. Maybe I'll find the trailer.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Don't forget Home Alone. That's a Christmas movie.
My cinema's showing, Christmas movies and things. But one of the ones that I was surprised about is they're showing Batman.
Yes, Batman Returns.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I watch it every Christmas.
Similar to the Die Hard. Die Hard, because portions of it are set at Christmas. There's an enormous Christmas tree, and it's the same thing. There's snow everywhere. It's set in the dead of winter.
Cobra's a Christmas movie.
Tim Burton's made a few films that have been set at winter, hasn't he, Chris? I seem to associate snow with Tim Burton somehow.
Edward Scissorhands. That was
he makes it snow by cutting paper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But Rambo was set at Christmas, wasn't it? Rambo. Rambo.
It's like the Deer Hunter. That's not
exactly.
Well, no, for Batman Returns, Sarah. I mean, nothing spells Christmas like good-looking women dressing up in black vinyl and running around the city.
There is that. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't here tonight, that's what I'd be doing.
We've got some great comments in the live chat. People comparing TV and film.
Yeah,
some really wild ideas. Logan's Run is not a Christmas film. What the fuck?
I mean, I understand Jenny Agutter does take off her clothes in it, but it's like it still feels like Christmas. But it is.
It may have felt like your birthday. Yeah, that's a different thing.
With that argument, you could say Saw is a Christmas movie.
Logan's.
But do you remember those TV shows that Chris like Only Fools and Horses used? I think had a good run, 5 years of Christmas episodes, didn't it? Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
You know, there's Father Ted as well. Yeah.
I love Father Ted when they get lost in the department stores.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Christmas TV was actually where it was at for me. A big TV watcher, TV addict. It was the Christmas specials, mainly of sitcoms, sometimes of dramas too, or detective shows. Those are the things that I used to look forward to the most. So this year, Gary, we were talking the other night on Type 40 about Death in Paradise, Beyond Paradise. They've kind of inherited that. But the other shows like Jonathan Creek had a run of Christmas specials. The Detective, Hetty Wainthropp, all that sort of stuff. It's part of particularly the British schedules, and of course there's the serial dramas as well, which now they're a bit of a joke, they're a bit of a cliche, but there was a time when they were really, really relevant. And
you're forgetting the Star Wars Christmas special.
Star Wars.
Are you being served? Had some Christmas specials.
They did.
Sell the Christmas toys.
Yeah, they did. There was. I mean, every sitcom had a Christmas special. Rising Damper 90 had a Christmas special. Even Love Thy Neighbor had a Christmas special. Do you know what I mean?
They?
So yeah, they did one for one Christmas, I think. So do you know what I mean? So every sitcom and every soap had Christmas specials. Who could forget? What's his name? Dirty Dan. Whatever his name is. Who's that? EastEnders.
Dirty Dan.
Yeah, you couldn't forget that Christmas special.
Angie,
yeah. What did he say to her? It was divorce, wasn't it? He was giving her papers for a divorce, wasn't he? That was the
darling. It's a petition for divorce.
That was it. Yeah.
We could do the whole episode if you like. Angie and 10 parts. Nobody wants that.
It was compelling viewing though in those days, wasn't it? EastEnders. When EastEnders was good, it was compelling.
It was.
Crap.
And the schedules used to go from one extreme to the other. You'd go from Den and Angie to Howard and Hilda in their matching jumpers.
I'm noticing a theme about your British shows. Everything I hear is this show when it was good. This show when it was good. It is very sad. What you need is Christmas horror. They're always good.
But it's incredibly sad that entertainment has literally, like, I don't even know what's on the BBC anymore because I don't watch the BBC. But in the old days, and Sarah and Dan could back me up on this, Generation Game was the thing you couldn't miss.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I used to
right?
love the Generation Game.
Yeah.
And then when Larry Grayson took over, the whole world held its breath. Then it was okay.
It was the show. So were these guys, of course.
My mum loved these. Yeah.
I think it was one episode drew 20 million people was watching Morecambe and Wise, and that's almost half of London or something like that, or was it half of England? Who knows? But seriously, the pressure those two were under to make a really good Christmas thing.
That was the Glendon Jackson one, I think.
Yeah, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And I don't. Please forgive me. I don't want to sound too philosophical, but it seems like, back in the day, when shows like this, and you had like a whole season of shows that really you really kind of united the whole country. Everybody loved it. Everybody watched it. Millions and millions of views. And the same thing over here. I mean, it's not that way over here anymore, but back in the day when there were variety shows and kids specials and all that kind of stuff. And now the only thing we get from entertainment like divides people, is divisive, political, instead of like shows like this that brought people together.
Let me tell you something, right? I was watching this Christmas film, right? Because I was trying Christmas films out, and it had Alicia Silverstone in it, the girl who played Batgirl, right? And she had a family, and it was about her and her husband. Okay, right? They were divorced, but they wanted to get together for the family to celebrate Christmas. And then there's this bit in the kitchen where they're talking, and a daughter comes along, and then these two older gentlemen come in, and the daughter goes, "Oh, have you met my uncles?" And that's when I switched off. So there you go. It's like, what?
I'm not joking, Ian. I for some reason I was bored. I was in the kitchen. I started that movie. I shut it off at the exact same time.
Yeah, I know. Why have that?
Well, another movie that I could suggest. Have you ever seen the classic "Don't Open Till Christmas" 1984? So this is a reverse on the Silent Night, Deadly Night. Rather than Santa slaughtering people, it's a movie about Santa's getting slaughtered in new and wonderful, violent ways.
Okay.
So some of the new movies are absolutely crazy, aren't they? I mean, with the politics and everything, you just sit there and you go, "Why?" I just switch off when I see it. I just switch off. I'm like, "No, I don't want to watch that."
Well, there was another movie with Michelle Pfeiffer, which for
Oh,
some
yes.
reason I
Yeah,
sat
that's
through
on
the whole
Netflix.
thing.
Yeah.
Or Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Yes.
for some reason I sat through it.
How was it?
It's
A new Michelle Pfeiffer movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's it has all the things included in it that you would expect to
It's
be
kind of like
included in
it's kind of like Home Alone, Dan. She's like this mom who goes way overboard on Christmas every year, and the family who doesn't appreciate her, and they end up leaving her at home accidentally when they go out. So then she's like, "Oh, screw it," and then she goes off and she does Christmas on her own. That's basically the plot, right, Chris?
It's essentially Michelle Pfeiffer complains about life for an hour and a half. Is literally what that movie was.
You're not selling it to her.
And the daughter has her girlfriend, but she's cheating on her girlfriend with another girlfriend, and she brings home a different girlfriend every Christmas.
Yeah, it's
Christmas
crazy,
cheer.
isn't it?
Stephen Braddock said it all used to be great entertainment. Now, Ian, it's Christmas Loose Women this year instead. Christmas with Lorraine and the workshop Christmas special. They've even fired the presenter of that, haven't they? Yeah,
I swear.
Old Christmas hair, Christmas trees, Christmas everything.
Listen, mate.
Listen,
I swear, there's a movie now on Netflix, right? With who's that Australian girl that she's big? In fact, she's a comedian. What's her name?
Rebel Wilson.
She's Rebel Wilson.
Oh, dear
she's at a wedding, right? And there's terrorists come in to smash up the wedding, and she's the one she's like an expert.
I saw that. Oh my God,
what is that all about? Who put money into that? I'm not joking.
What does she do?
What's it called?
She sit on them or something.
No, I don't know. But what's it called? Anybody tell me what it's called?
None of us watched it.
I want to know.
I didn't watch it. I saw
the trailer. Yeah, I saw that trailer.
What's it called? It's called
No
something
idea.
I want to quickly comment on the last comment that Dan had up. If there was a show called Christmas Loose Women, that would be Rabbi's must watches.
I guarantee
not these women, not these women.
There are many Christmas naughty movies out there, and Santa involves himself in very naughty things. There's a naughty scene involving a Santa in Christmas Evil. That's how they kick off the movie. Santa, he's a dirty man.
Yes, Funky. I do remember that special. Oh, I used to love He-Man and She-Ra back in the day. They had
I remember that Christmas
special.
special.
Yeah, that's called, what's it called? The Sword of Power, something like that. The He-Man and She-Ra double bill.
Oh, right.
That was sort of a soft launch for She-Ra, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Christmas special.
What about
we've got a recommendation here from
Jingle
Dark
All the
Place
Way?
One.
What about that?
One from the Rabbi's Christmas tree shopping, a kinky foursome, and kinky foursome for amateur students on Pornhub. That's a Christmas movie.
There are some very unholy Christmas movies out there that Santa would not approve of, especially the things that Santa is depicted as doing in some of these movies are very unwholesome.
Look, I'm no expert on Santa Claus, but I don't think he wants you to come on his tits. Okay, that's just I don't know.
Oh, Vanessa! Don't worry, Doggy is not allowed to watch adult movies.
I've just found out what this movie is called. It's called Bride Hard.
That's it.
Yeah. Brilliant.
What the hell?
Oh, wait a minute. Rebel Wilson is like Bruce Willis?
Okay.
Yes.
The problem is DEI has forced there to be equity or majority of women in high decision-making roles now, right?
And it's not a comedy. It's not a comedy.
No, but naturally, that skews. If you leave it alone, it skews to 35%, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting like this whole inrush of people who shouldn't be doing those jobs, right? Doing those jobs, right? It's like turn the century was like 5% of professors were women, right? Then by the 1920s, they were like 15%. And by the time you got the 70s, 80s, it was 35%, right? And that seemed to be where, and that held there till the 2000s, a little bit more. And then DEI kicked in, right, and pushed it up to 50, 60%, right? And you just have people like, this is why there's so much has gone wrong, right? Because his insane ideology has
it's
just
crazy, isn't
like
it?
falsely least talented to have the most power.
That's why you need to watch. And Vanessa, just to answer your question, no, Sky is not. Sky's my black lab for anybody that doesn't know. No, Sky is not allowed to watch adult movies, but she does watch horror movies every night with Dad, and she gets quite into a lot of these too.
So I just checked IMDb. Bride Hard has a 4.4 score out of 10.
Why? I don't know who came up with the idea, and everybody on Amazon went, "Yes, that's a great idea. Who should we get? Rebel Wilson." It's like, what? So stupid. I know, it's awful.
Let me ask you this, Em. How many of the Amazon body, right, decision-making body, do you think voted for Trump?
I no idea.
Zero. 1%.
Zero,
right? You got a lot of bonkers people there.
Yeah,
there's
crazy,
no representation. There's
They're
no
very
balance.
silly. Oh, and Vanessa, actually, no, Sky did watch Cujo. She's actually watched Cujo twice with me. But she tweeted out on Twitter that she was very disappointed in Cujo and thinks he's a bit of a jerk. She said the same thing about Max from Man's Best Friend. She does not approve of Cujo or Max, and she was very concerned that they might be giving all puppies a bad reputation. And she wanted to remind people that not all puppies are murdering jackasses.
That's a good tweet.
I've fallen behind with my Christmas watching. I haven't watched a great deal so far. I am midway through my next annual rewatch of 1984's The Box of Delights from the BBC, which several people have mentioned in the live chat, including Stephen Owen here. Will the panel be watching Box of Delights, which stars Patrick Troughton, over Christmas on Blu-ray?
Yes.
Well, you can watch it. It's streaming. It's on DVD. You can watch this everywhere. Different methods. Sarah, I gifted you this on DVD, didn't I?
I did. I have got it. I have got it in my Christmas box, and I've brought it down.
It's a shame you have to pay for all the good ones, the good movies. Like you have to pay to see Die Hard now on Amazon. A Christmas Carol you have to pay for. Jesus,
that's why I got them all on the Blu-rays.
Yeah, absolutely. The Box of Lights is just gorgeous. It's absolutely. I watched it the first time since 1984 last year.
Has it been upscaled?
What?
Has it been upscaled? Has it
Blu-ray.
the picture?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Anybody
I
remember?
watched it on a big screen TV. It looked fine.
The movie,
It was
which has never
remastered.
had a physical media release, but I watch it every year. It's actually free on YouTube. The Night They Saved Christmas. It was it was a made-for-TV movie in 1984. Would have been about 6. Yeah, I've watched that every Christmas since I was a kid. As far as I know, never had a physical media release. But you can watch it, the full movie, on YouTube. I would suggest it's a kids movie. It's basically the North Pole, and they almost accidentally blow up Santa. It's not a horror movie. It's like a mining type movie. They're drilling for oil.
The best Christmas movies gets you emotionally involved, doesn't it? Whether it be like Die Hard or I don't know, Christmas Carol, because there's no one on this planet that can say they watch Christmas Carol and not get emotionally involved in that film.
Right.
You know.
Which is the best version of A Christmas Carol, or has the Alistair Sim movie never been tested, which is my opinion.
I feel the boring answer is to say the Muppet one, because I know a lot of people say that, but yeah, it's a spoof.
Nearly perfect.
But I think there's one with Patrick Stewart in, which is stunning. But I think the one that Gary mentioned earlier on is the one that's got the most sort of richness to it.
This one is heartbreaking. The scenes where he's watching himself drive away his fiance, basically watch him ruin his life
out of me as a child.
And you can see that's the point where his life totally went into the ditch, and he's going, "You fool, don't do this." He's talking to himself who can't hear him. Is heartbreaking.
Is that Scott? Who was in that film?
No, this is Albert Finney.
Oh, Albert Finney.
The Muppet one did the same thing better.
It did, they cut it out though, Rabbi, didn't they? They cut the song out.
Not the new release of it. The new release.
Have they re-released it?
It's all there.
Right.
I'll send it to you.
If you haven't
I'll
seen
send
it.
you the file.
Thank you.
What you were saying, Ian, about being emotionally involved, with Christmas movies. I couldn't agree more. And this was brought into sharp focus to me a couple of days ago when I watched this film again. And each time I see it, I think I probably watch it most years and have done for many years. Sometimes I only watch half of it. Sometimes I watch all of it. And it was only when I watched it the other day that I realized how much, after all these years, I really, really love this film. It's from 2009. It stars Martin Freeman. It's called Nativity.
Oh, that one.
It's a BBC film, really low budget movie. Simon Horton worked on this, and I've never really asked him much about it. He talks about it now and again.
What's it
But
about?
over the years, this has really grown on me. So Martin Freeman plays an actor who simply isn't getting the roles. So he retrains as a teacher, a primary school teacher, gets a job in a normal primary school in Coventry, and gets given by his boss, his headmistress, the task of putting on that year's nativity play. And so he auditions all these kids, tries to find the various raw talents that they've got, like at ages of say between 6 and 10. So there's kids of all different sizes, heights, and characters and looks there. And he puts them all in this nativity play, and it's the process of them sort of putting it on. But in between that, there's a kind of rivalry between him and another former actor who works at another school. And so that kind of this clash of these two nativity plays. But the real heart of it is these children who were all genuine school children. They weren't stage school kids. They were genuine school kids who sort of auditioned for this thing. I think it was made with lottery money and through BBC Films back in 2009. And it is absolutely beautiful. There's a really sort of larger-than-life teaching assistant character in it, a kind of comic relief thing. But the whole thing is really, really funny. And Martin Freeman brings enough of his Tim from The Office persona and something else to it that it never feels like necessarily that you're watching a cartoon. And the kids really get to shine. And when these kids are singing and dancing and stuff like that, it is just beautiful. It all works up to this grand finale at Coventry Cathedral, which was bombed during the Second World War, this backdrop. And it's got some good people in it. Ashley Jensen's in this as well, and all manner of other people. But it's not what you call sort of stocked with celebrities. It's just a really nice, wholesome movie with a cheeky sense of humor lining it. I can't recommend this highly enough. I didn't realize how much I love this film until the other night.
How many sequels did they make of this, Dan? There was like 3.
They made 3 or 4 sequels.
3 or
in the
4,
end.
yeah.
And they're
This
all,
is the best one, though.
Yeah, they're all kind of retreads on the same story. So it's like they're like parodies. They feel like spoofs of this.
Yeah. But this one, I mean, you know, anybody who's a parent or works in a school, this is what it's like. It's really warm. It's really funny. The chaos of trying to get these kids.
I want to watch this.
And again, it's just really wholesome.
I think David Tennant was in a sequel, wasn't he?
Well, I will not be watching that then.
He did one, Martin Clunes did one, and I can't remember who were in the others. But again, it was basically the same story. And every time they did it, each one, and I've seen them all because my children were little when these came out, and each one was worse than the one before. If they ever did because it was the same bloody story, so it just went really, really thin. But if they ever did a sequel to this, it's, in my view, this is better than stuff like Jack Black's School of Rock. It's in a similar kind of vein, but I think this is better. And at the end, over the credits, kind of Burt Reynolds Cannonball Run style, they show the audition tapes for these kids. And I must say, you do have to keep the tissues on standby. It is a beautiful film.
Wow,
absolutely beautiful.
Okay. I was just checking IMDb, and you're right. Tennant's in the number 2. Catherine Tate is in number 3. Number 3 is called Nativity 3. Dude, where's my donkey?
Terrible. Terrible. I saw that one. It was awful. The second one's terrible.
So they kept making them, Ian. That's what that was.
I know, yeah.
It's funny though what you're saying, Dan, about reevaluating films. Like, I love Home Alone. I always, from being a kid. But it's weird as you get older. I find it's less about, the slapstick with the robbers and the mum getting back. So, I mean, it breaks my heart every time. It really gets to you.
I remember I was on one live stream. We was talking about the same film, and somebody said that father's got to be a drug dealer. Look how big that house is. Look how expensive that family is. There's no way that guy could have an ordinary job.
He's not wrong. Let me tell you. When I was a kid, my parents had a friend called Uncle Terry, right? And Uncle Terry, I found out, lived in this massive palatial mansion. Right, it was huge, and it had like massive grounds to it. He turned out he was actually Terry the Pill, right? Who
Terry the Pill?
It's a real guy called Terry the Pill. Lovely guy. I said it. It was a gangster apparently, but like,
wow,
he was so much fun and so much personality. You would never know, right?
Wow,
but yeah, he was apparently a well-known gangster, Terry the Pill, Okay, I don't know how this came up in conversation for some reason. What were we talking about?
The scene that always gets me, right? And it's a really tiny scene in Home Alone. Is when they're all eating or drinking at the table, and then the mother says you're gonna have to sleep with, I can't remember that guy, the cousin, and he goes, no, I can't sleep with him. He always pisses the bed. And the little kid, I think it's Macaulay's brother or something, like in real life, he takes the drink and he looks at him and he goes, he starts.
Yeah.
It always makes me laugh. Always makes me laugh.
The kids are brilliant in this, but it's all good.
Yeah, it makes me laugh, that scene. But,
Dan put up a great slide a minute ago, and I don't want it to go by without noting, if you're ever feeling like down or low this Christmas, go onto YouTube and watch that clip of Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
Oh, fantastic.
Singing The Little Drummer Boy. That will instantly put you in the Christmas mood.
And that was like right before Bing Crosby passed away too, from what I remember.
Yeah.
It was one of the
this film, would you call this film a Christmas movie, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
It takes place at Christmas, but like it's not integral at Christmas, right? A bit of it takes place at Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like if it only took place at Christmas, it would be a Christmas movie. But it's like it has a few scenes at Christmas.
I love this movie because it's so funny.
No, it's great. Trading Places is fantastic.
It's so funny.
And Jamie Lee Curtis had, God bless her, fantastic book.
Oh yeah.
Well, the TV version you don't see it. The theatrical version
you want that on 4K. That's before she became insufferable.
I didn't watch the American version. Is it good? Anyone?
Yeah, it is.
It's great.
It is.
All right. Okay.
It's better than it's had any right to be. Let's put it that way.
Right,
It was one of those series, Ian, that like doesn't know when to leave. It stayed on about 3 or 4 seasons after Stephen Carell left, and it's like
don't watch it after about. It's good up until about season 4 or 5. Then just ignore it after that.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons are the best.
The Ricky Gervais Christmas special was quite good. That's when the two guys, the couple got together.
That was nice.
That was really
I'm
good.
looking
That was a
forward
really
to
good one.
his comedy special on December 30th. I like Ricky Gervais a lot.
Yeah, we talked about that on Thursday.
Yeah.
Right, Dan?
All right, the Doctor Who. That was such a diss. The Doctor Who fans. That's hilarious.
And I'm gonna have to head out in a minute. I got a thing that I gotta get to.
Yeah, we're wrapping up now. I'm aware that it is getting on, and I think I'm going to watch Blackadder's Christmas Carol tonight.
Fantastic!
That's classic.
And think some more about Christmases past. We're in the VHS. My VCR was my best friend, Ian.
Top loader.
Yeah, top loader. Do you know that Rowan Atkinson's made a film, another one? What is it? The babe with the baby? Because he had with the bee. It seems to be a series, isn't it? Man versus Bee.
It's a TV series.
Man versus Baby. Yeah. So interesting. I remember this, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, this was my childhood, really. This machine. All I needed at Christmas was this all wired up and ready to go, Rabbi, and plenty of these in stock. As many of these. If I was lucky, I would get some more gifted to me for Christmas. So
have I told you the story about what me and my brother did to our parents' top loader video?
Put toaster in it or something?
I put toast in it, but I did stick a fork in it to get the toast.
To get it out.
Yeah, as you can imagine, it didn't.
It's done. It's done. But I think we're about done now as well. If I can leave you with one message for Christmas, well, two messages. One would be get the Grinch that stole bridges. I think this could be the big one, everybody. This could be the next big Christmas cult movie that will grow in popularity over the years. But other than that, I think we've shared a lot of Christmas memories again this time. What a great show! What a good rattle around that we've had. And the thing is, when you have these conversations, there's always one or two that you remember after the fact. Well, I'll save it to talk about. The next time. Because Christmas, it always rolls around again, and invariably we end up thinking of the same things, the same people, watching the same movies, and the same TV shows. Same TV shows as well. We've done this several times. I always enjoy it. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you for all the comments, everybody. Yeah, people have been getting stuck in and sharing what they can. Some real mad choices there in the live chat. I don't think people realise what we're talking about. But you do you. Watch whatever your tradition is at Christmas. You should go ahead and watch it and do Christmas your way, by all means. Some of these choices are wild, but why not?
Somebody suggested The Railway Children. I guess I'm assuming the 1970s one, which is always great to watch. That's a great one.
Yeah, it's a lovely movie.
Of course it is. And as always, let us know if there's any that we haven't mentioned. Then let us know what they are. What you watch there in the comments. Okay, another word I think with him.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a goddamn Bruce Willis movie. So a yippee-ki-yay to all of you motherfuckers. Good night!
A little wink there, I think, from Bruce Willis. I'm sure he gets it after all, Sarah.
Yeah, I think he does.
Well,
He's
he
just
doesn't
messing
remember
with us.
anything now, does he? He doesn't remember anything. So
It was a great entertainer.
Yeah, it's a shame. Such a shame.
All the way from Moonlighting to Tarantino, right?
Moonlighting is amazing.
A very strangely Christmassy figure. Yes, we're wrapping up another edition of the show. 138 editions, in fact, of the Spacebook Live, covering all out there entertainment, whatever the season, whether it's the season of goodwill or just movie season, summer movie season, or whatever the season. We've been all over it for the last 5 years, believe it or not, all coming to this point, and that's it for now, this time. But you can find us still on social media. Of course you can. Various places, including... So, Ian, you've tantalised us with talk of Rebecca Gold, the movie. We're thrilled for you that it is finished and that people can see it. But you're all over social media, aren't you? Sharing bits and pieces about that, different reels, behind the scenes stuff. So, what are the socials that people could go to get plenty of that?
Well, you could follow me on X. Rebecca Gold's got his own channel on YouTube. You could sub on that. And also on Instagram, there's a official Rebecca Gold Instagram channel, and I'm on Instagram as well. And that's where you can follow me. Yeah, but do not follow me home. That's the thing.
That's the difference. That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about you, Chris? Obviously, you have to scoot off, I know, and take care of Sky. But how are things with Frank? Is he taking care of business?
Yes. So the latest story of Frank. So as he has betrayed humanity and joined the Dark Lord, the Dark Lord has allowed Frank to now inflict his own carnage. So Frank is taking out his enemies, and he's got a lot of them because it's Frank, and he's wearing whatever the hell that's supposed to be. So we will have to wait and find out what happens with Frank, because we know that he has brought on the apocalypse by manifesting Satan. So we may not be here come New Year's Eve or next year. We may not even make it to Christmas. So once again, thank Frank for the end of everything. End of days, all.
End of days.
Down with Frank. Hashtag down with Frank.
It was always coming to this, wasn't it? I suppose we've had a good innings between us, haven't we? Reasonably.
Not really.
The Rabbi's crackers, I suspect, are.
Oh, they are so creamed, baby. They are so creamed. Oh, I am. Yes, I was a fresh cracker daisy. It was scant 2 hours ago. Now I'm ready to climb the wooden hills of Bedfordshire.
You are live streaming all over Christmas and New Year, I would imagine. If people want you, where can they find you?
I'm exploding like 1 or 2 more splatterings of pleasure across your YouTube entertainment channels over the festive season. The schedule's different this week. I'm on Sunday and Monday. Tuesday I'm off, and then I'm off on Wednesday, but I'm back on Thursday. Right, and then I will take it from there. I'll be reviewing the surprisingly good The War Between the Land and the Sea. Right, the bewilderingly.
What's that?
It's the Doctor Who spin-off.
No, I know. I know.
And it's like, how is this entertaining? Why wasn't Doctor Who like this? But it's not a chore to watch at all. I've enjoyed it.
I have passed.
Well, look forward to hearing more of your reviews of those, of course, Rabbi. We'll be covering it, as always, over on Type 40 Live, the remainder of the series. Gary, you're all aboard for that, aren't you?
Oh, yes. It's the highlight of my week, which actually tells you more about what my weeks are like.
We're gonna be hitting the halfway mark of this weekend, so
that's right.
Make of that.
I know it's become my Sunday tradition, Dan. The War Between the Land and the Sea.
It's the show you've been waiting for, isn't it, mate? It's the show you've been waiting for. Sarah, thanks for joining us for this Christmas blowout edition of the Spacebook Live. Have you had fun? Was it worth tugging on the jumper for?
Yeah, of course it was. I always have fun with you guys.
Yes. Have you got much of a Christmas? So when it comes to sort of getting prepared for Christmas, obviously, I suppose you've got to work out like when the kids are going to finish school and college and all that kind of thing, isn't it? It's a kind of bit of a balance.
Yes. It's the countdown from next week. They finish on Friday, so I've got to get everything done by next Friday.
Don't know whether you're coming or going. A bit like this guy here with his Star Destroyer. Yeah, he looks very proud of that, doesn't he?
Brian
He's giving it a good sanding. Who's that? Sorry, Ian.
Brian Johnson.
Wasn't he the bloke at the Beach Boys?
No, he's a supervisor, special effects supervisor.
Yeah, he worked on Space 1999 too.
He did, yeah, he did.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, another one done. A final innings, a final mission. Everybody, thank you so much. Hope you all enjoy your Christmases. It is the end, but this moment has been prepared for. We'll see you around. In the meantime, thank you to everyone who's ever appeared on the Spacebook Live over however long. We've had a brilliant time, whether it was a one-shot or regular run. Tons of fun, but times do change. Enjoy your Christmases. Don't let them win. Enjoy your Christmas. Sing it loud and all those carols. Very, very proud. Okay, that's it for Out There Entertainment. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Ta-da. Cheers.